You know what? Forget the music. What's up? You're watching Unboxing Thursdays, episode 237. Our guest tonight is Ace from Animated Heroes. And of course, I'm joined in the first half by our good friend Chamba. I'll be opening some Marvel Legends, the brand new Chameleon, and a bunch of TMNT, Joytoy, and lots to talk about. So stay tuned, enjoy the show, and thank you for being here for your weekly unboxing therapy.
What's today? It's Thursday.
Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes. Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay. I have one
Let's
Zusi on the name.
Let's try them. Let's still try.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Unboxing Thursdays. If this is your first time here, what we do is we hang out, we get to open some new toys and chat with you.
Up. I want to refresh. There you go.
Chat with you.
Your screen wasn't popping up before.
Oh no. In the chat, and our friend Chamba here, who is here to hang out for the first half and open some toys and chat. DK is on his monthly sabbatical. I don't know. So he does something important once a month on a Thursday. Ask him about it next time. And our guest will be joining us, Ace from Animated Heroes. Once I think he's finishing work soon. But hey, Chamba, how you doing, man?
Good. Thank you for having me again.
Well, yeah, of course. Anytime. You have a lot of stuff to open, and you're going to open some.
I'll open at least one thing at the very least.
Yes, in the brief time that we have you. Yeah. And what's the weather like? You're in a tank top.
It's still hot. It is starting to. I think it's supposedly starting to cool down. Maybe, hopefully, because I'm not a fan of this heat. I think I'm like developing like a heat rash.
Oh,
and it's not. It's not fun. It's really not fun.
No,
I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, of all times now. Nah.
Oh my gosh.
And it's
the opposite
cold on your end.
Yeah,
it's cold on your end. Yeah.
I had a snow day today, and I shoveled 3 times. I think it was about a foot, maybe like 14 inches of snow. And so we had to clear the cars off. You know those puzzles where you can't lift the pieces off, but you can only slide them around, and then to ultimately get the final piece. I had to do that with my cars on the driveway, and then getting the snowblower through. And then it's days like today where I was pushing the snow across the street, and I said to my wife, days like today, I realized that if my dad weren't afraid of earthquakes, we would have moved to Hawaii instead of Toronto. And it's just in another timeline, what would have happened? Who would I be? What kind of person would I be?
Yeah, which Kevin would you be then? That's the thing.
Are there viewers in Hawaii? Are there toys? Like, is it easy to get action figures down there?
Would you even be into action? Oh, yeah, you would be into action figures to an extent, maybe. I don't know.
I think so. Because by the time I moved, I think I was already into Ninja Turtles? No. Was it?
That might have been pre-Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, but I think I would have found my way there.
Right.
And there are times I recall very early memories of when I was a kid in Hong Kong. I don't know if it was before we moved or when I visited, but I would try to stay up late at night to watch Saint Seiya. And it's a bloodier anime, right? So it was on at, I think, 10 o'clock, 11
for all the
night.
kids, I guess.
Right. And I would struggle to stay awake. But I think I remember staying up watching it. Eventually, like, that was probably the first thing that I watched. So, I mean, yeah, Hawaii, I would have flown back to Hong Kong.
Probably. Is it closer?
From the West Coast? I don't know. If only there was a website that had a virtual map that showed the Gulf.
Although it's like, we're talking as if like back in the day when we had no internet, we were just like, back in the 90s, no internet. If we didn't know anything, we just didn't know. You know what I mean? Or it's like, let's go to the library. Let's figure this out. Or let's look at a map.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, let's just Google this. We can actually find the correct information.
Old Grumpy Nerd says he's in Winnipeg.
Ooh.
Minus 19 Celsius with the wind chill. Yeah, I mean that's normal.
I like cold, but I don't, because the last time I did remember, like I lived in I lived in Canada for a bit, and I still can recall. It's like, it's weird because we got negative, Celsius degrees there, and I was like, it's not as cold as I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if, like, because my body was just adapting to it. I don't know.
Are you born in Australia?
No, I was born in the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
And we moved to Australia in 89.
Okay. And how old, can you say how old you were at that time?
I actually turned 4 on the flight.
That's awesome.
Yeah. My parents kept like, he's like, dude, you had your birthday on the plane. I was like, really? It's like, yeah. I was like, cool. So yeah, if you could work out the numbers, it's mold.
Do you did you have a little like cake birthday hat?
That's the thing.
You don't remember?
They just said they sang the song, and I was like, neat.
just little Chamba on the plane already has the Australian accent for some reason.
No, actually, that'd be bizarre. I actually didn't know. Like for the first 2 years, I was just speaking all Tagalog, which is the primary language of the Philippines.
Right.
And I didn't know English at all. I basically learned during prep, which is before grade 1 here in Australia. So, but then like after that year, it's like no more Tagalog. I didn't speak it at all. I could understand it still. I still can. I can read it still. So I don't know. But it's just speaking it is not the same, because just formulating the sentences, it's just rearranged. Like I'll know the words. I'm just like, it'll take me time to, maneuver the words. So you can still speak, right?
Yeah, I got into an argument with somebody today in Cantonese, so I can handle myself in that way. He cut in line. We're waiting for takeout, and he just cut in line, like in front of 8 people, pretending he was looking at what he wanted to order, and then he just cut ahead and started ordering. So when he left, I stood in the doorway a little bit because I knew he was coming, and he's like, "Excuse me," and I said, "What's up?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm trying to leave." I go, "Yeah," and I'm standing here. I'm in line waiting to get food. You see this line? He goes, "Yeah, but I'm trying to leave." And I'm sorry. Am I inconveniencing you? And he said, "Well, yeah, I'm trying to leave." I said, "Maybe you should line up next time." So I was able to conversate in that way.
Okay. See, I can't. Whenever I was back home in the Philippines, I could not, communicate properly. But it's weird because it's like they think, oh, because he's speaking only in English, he can't understand us, and I'm just like, I can understand every single thing.
That's the best situations, because then it's like a sleeper situation, and they think
kind of
you understand.
Exactly.
You feel like that's a double agent.
It is. I'm like, you can't fool me, because I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
and I can communicate enough to be like, nah, I'm out.
I remember one time on the school bus, these girls were making fun of me in Cantonese, and I leaned in like Steve Rogers style, but instead of like Hail Hydra, I was like, I understand you.
Yeah.
And then I never saw them ever again.
Yeah.
Hey, let's open up some toys. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
We from different parts of the world, we've crossed paths and got to hang out and talk about toys. That's the coolest part. And so Kevin and Chamba in the other universe, I hope it works out for you too. You're watching this on the multiverse.
You would have been in Hawaii. The other option for me would have been San Francisco. So we both would have been Americans technically.
Right. And you'd be closer to San Diego Comic-Con, like infinitely closer.
Way closer. That would it's a weird one.
Oh wow. What could it we should do an episode of ourselves from the alternate universe. Yeah, in our variants. But what would be the difference? Like, would I be on a beach? Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
You have to speak like a San San Franciscan.
Nah, that's not happening.
Or your natural Boston
That's
accent.
yeah, it's not happening. Boston.
All right. Well, you got some toys to open. We're going to go through
Yes.
what we're opening, but I want to do some quick channel member shout outs. Thank you, everyone, for watching tonight. If you're here, if you have a second to hit the thumbs up, share, let everyone know we're live. But thank you for being a channel member. It's your way to help support the channel, but also you get access to the emojis, have your messages stand out in the chat, and early access to videos. I think you got early access to the Okarun review last week from the SH Figuarts line. So I'm trying to do more. I'm close to being consistent to a new video every week. So thank you for being a channel member. Yeah, you know, it's a good motivation.
I think it's doable also, right? Like it's not too much. You're not asking for too much of yourself. And
I set that as like a personal goal. Some days I make, some weeks I make it, some weeks I don't. And then there's enabler weeks, which is just a wash basically.
Right.
That whole Thursday night is gone.
I mean, enabler week is what that stream goes for. Hours
upon
hours.
Extra content.
Yeah.
We have Wing or Lose here. Thank you for being a channel member. C is tuning in. Torensu, Josh Brown, Mr. Ryan Clark, Balantibor is here. Bad Wolf Media, thanks for being a channel member. Josh Brown likes the screenshot. You better buy this figure, dude. I know you like Kaiju number 8. Bad First Grumps is here. Johnny Cock, thank you so much. Bad Wolf. Quamin Taylor, Torensu, and everyone, thanks for tuning in and being a channel member. We have our guest tonight, and Yoko is here. Yoko McCann, of course. Thank you for being here, Yoko. Brad Harper, good to see you. And man, it is easier with DK here, but he would have read 1/3 of each name. Marvelous Nick, welcome back. Oh no, he's gone. All right, we'll bring him back when he's back. Did he send a message? All right, Chamba, what do you have to open? I know, well, what did you get in? And then we'll see.
What I got in was quite a lot, actually. I got the Momo, which I'm gonna open up once the third-party soft goods arrive. So I'm not gonna open this one up yet. I know it's a disappointing figure, but it's what it is. I've got the Kinnikuman, which I'm probably gonna save.
Yo, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
My bad, y'all. Y'all know I don't know nothing about live streams, man.
It's all good. Have you met Chamba before?
I don't know what's going on.
Don't think so. What's cooking, dude?
Not much, man. Trying to figure this whole thing out like usual.
Do you have a PowerPoint?
Yeah, I'm hearing feedback.
Oh yeah, the microphone.
That's what it is.
I can get my AirPods if that'll work.
That might help.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, give me one sec.
Oh, good. Figma Gridman, it's an older one. So I'll open that one probably, but Sabo from One Piece is probably the one that I'm going to open up.
Sabo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see
them.
My Momo didn't ship yet.
He's split right now.
Yeah. When Ace gets back and his stuff is working, I want to hear it from both of you.
Okay.
Because he's reviewed it.
Yeah.
I've reviewed it. You have it, and you've modified it.
Yeah.
How we doing now?
Oh.
Great.
Streets ahead, much better.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
All right, I'll introduce you guys. Chamba, he's a toy collector. He's on Toy Migos. He is an incredibly talented comic book artist. He works with for Udon. He does a lot of like the Street Fighter stuff.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
And Ace, he's Animated Heroes on YouTube, and he reviews a lot of imports, man. And you guys will have a lot in common to talk about. Chamba's gonna bounce in around like 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Ace, man, thanks for coming on.
Oh yeah, no problem. Of course, man. Thanks for having me.
What do you have stuff to open tonight?
A bunch of domestic stuff, really, man. That's usually what I don't ever get to. So I got this guy right here. I've been waiting on getting to. I got this guy right here. I've been waiting on getting to.
Ooh, Superior.
I got 3 of these. This. I probably won't open all of them. We'll see how long we go for. Got this guy.
Nice.
girl, and then this exclusive right here.
Oh, okay.
You just picked up that Ryu?
Nah, I've had this thing for a year, maybe.
Yeah, that's yeah, because more than a year, right? Because that was 23. Yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah, 24 was Ken.
Ken and Chun-Li were 24.
Yeah, that's right. That's
San
right.
Diego.
Ooh. Yeah,
Hey, what's up,
thing's
dog?
just been sitting in my closet, man.
Nice.
That's what this is all for.
Yep.
We are going to. I mean, we're going to open up some stuff, but Chamba is. We collect a lot of the SHF stuff. We do a lot of a lot of our things that we collect crossover. And I wanted to talk about this while I have all three of you here. Ace, what do you think of the SHF Okarun? For people who haven't watched a review yet, which they should, go subscribe and watch those reviews, but your quick summary of it.
Could be better, man. Could be better. I don't think it's bad. It offers plenty of options, but the mobility of that figure is just not up to par with what we know Tamashii Nation's being able to do.
Yeah. I think once I had it in hand and posing it, I could get like the faceplates look really good and I could get nice looking pictures of it. But the posability, I mean, Chamba had to hack his to bits.
I already knew what I wanted to do because, like, I remember from all the promo shots that they showed, I was like, this might not be the most wide range as far as articulation goes, like you mentioned, Ace. I think the sculpt is there for the most part. It's just, it feels like they didn't give it a solid pass through as far as the engineering goes. There's a lot of things here which I'm wondering, why this option? Why did you go with this direction for this particular part? Why did you not include that? You know, there's a weird choices is all.
I agree completely.
Did you, Ace, did you do those the mods too? Chamba popped the top half off and shaved a couple things down.
I said I was gonna do it, but I haven't found the time to where I'm like, I just want to sit down and hack
For
at
sure.
it. So
it does require time. And at this point, it's like if we collect other figures, I suppose, from other companies that are doing the same character, hopefully they'll offer more of that range that we probably assumed that this one would have had. Like the Figma and Reveltech, right? It could be up in the air. Like we've seen what the Figma looks like, so at least we have a decent idea of that one. The Reveltech could be it could be either solid or not. We don't know. It's not a Yamaguchi, it's just a Reveltech. So
is it just a Reveltech?
It's just a Reveltech. But that's actually not a negative. Sometimes, you know, things that aren't like Stitch, for example, that's Reveltech. All the females from the My Hero line, they're all Reveltechs. They're not Yamaguchis.
Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because it's not sculpted by him also. So that's probably why this one, I don't think the Okarun's going to be sculpted by Yamaguchi, because it's not under his line. So that's why I'm really curious about what that one's going to be.
So Lago posted a picture of the Figma. Does it look like it's crunching a little bit more to you guys?
I wish it was a better angle.
Yeah,
I wish there was a better angle though.
Slightly, but not really.
It looks like there's like a nominal extra bit of range up here.
I like the hair
It looks
option.
like it's all one piece though.
I was zooming into it.
That's what it looks like.
There is this. It's like it looks like there's a
here.
divide underneath that third button.
The third? No, between.
Yes.
Well, these two here.
Right. I don't know. That's why it's hard to gauge. It's hard to gauge. I wish they did like a breakdown of it or something. Because he needs to be able to do that crunch. I know that this one's butterflies aren't probably going to be as good as the SH1.
Nah.
You know, with this, you need the slouched shoulders, which this one can achieve really well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's no butterflies there.
Yeah. Curious.
What do you? We'll never know. But Ace, what do you think happened? They just rushed it.
You talking about
Bandai?
SHF? Man, Bandai is weird, and I don't know, man. I really think it's like different teams working on different
100% it
lines.
is. It's
Yeah,
100%
because
it is. Yeah, yeah.
it's like the Naruto line has no miss. The Dragon Ball line up and down depending on what the release is. To me, I think the Bleach line is great. The Kaiju number 8 line is lackluster. So it's really up and
Except
down
for
for
this
sure.
one.
That one's the
Dude.
best one.
Kaiju number 9 is the best figure they've ever done, and it's strange how the engineering here should be applied to this guy. And
Exactly.
every single Kaiju number 8 himself is actually really good.
Mhm.
All the kaijus are good. It's the humans that are kind of a step back. It's not sculpt wise, it's just engineering wise.
Yeah.
Like,
The
this guy
silhouette
has
looks great.
right. His diaphragm, it's this whole pop thing where there's a hinge.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why I'm like, use that. What's his face? Hoshino doesn't have that.
no.
Why not? Why not? This thing should be applied for all of them, by the way.
I agree. 100%.
It's such a good idea.
Damn.
Put that one back in.
Oh, Pletho says apparently Yamaguchi has 2 apprentice sculptors now.
Yeah, he's always had 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
he's got ones working in the Yamaguchi line, like doing some of the primary sculpts too. He'll overlook it and then do his tweaks, but outside of the actual Yamaguchi line, there's more sculptors there, which is great.
Just hearing the words apprentice sculptors, like I just rewatched Kill Bill Volume 2, and so they're always like, oh, the Hattori Hanzo sword. Like the best sword maker in the world. I'm just thinking like this Yamaguchi guy is like revered in that level for like toys for those guys with the in the Kill Bill world. But you guys have been collecting SHF a lot more longer than me and more consistently, more lines and stuff. When something happens like this, what's the likelihood of a whole new body? Or how like what would it take? You think like crazy or they tank when they're like, okay, we need to redo this? Or a matter of time?
Personally, I think it depends on how well it sells. Like if they sell out, then obviously that says, okay, people are buying these, so we should continue making them. And then after a while, I think they'll revisit it. Because I really think they need to revisit Gear 5 Luffy. Like, that was one of the biggest disappointments I've ever had in terms of an action figure. I can see why they thought this might be cool on paper, but I feel like after they put the first one together, they should have said, nah, I don't think this is a good idea.
Chamba, you have that, right?
I do. Hopefully, I don't have Ace in yet, but I'm hoping that one should come in hopefully next week or the week after. But hopefully they look at that and go, okay, this is the direction that we need to maintain as a standard. Because that one was done not by the primary One Piece team. That was done for a in-house Bandai competition where all the divisions of One Piece from different lines just competed. Just to see who could make the best, I guess, release. And I think they won. But there was like ones for the Figuarts Zero line. There was one for the World Heroes one. There's like a bunch of other sculptors that worked on that one. And there was a specific team that worked on that one specifically. So I'm hoping that they look at that and go, this is the standard that we need to meet. I know that Zoro just came out, the pre-time skip Zoro. And he's like a massive improvement in comparison to the Raiden Onigashima. Zoro. Yeah, that one. Some like they're still, it's not perfect still. I know oh, you got it. So yeah, some people were saying what the knees could have been better or something like that. They could have been more. I've seen some people add more range to the knees, and I was like, okay, but shoulder wise, that's it.
Okay. Yeah. I guess you don't need an audio for this part right now. But hey, go if you guys want more reviews to watch, or this conversation makes you more interested in this stuff, go check out Ace's reviews. They're fun to watch. And they're quick, they get to the point, and I think he knows what he's talking about. Well, can you do the What would we be hearing if I played this this beginning part, or should I just play it now?
If you want to play it, man.
Oh, yeah. What is up, guys?
That should explain everything, right?
You gotta
I was
capture
hyped,
the
I was
audience.
hyped for that one, man. I was hyped for that one. Ace is
Well-
my favorite One Piece character. Look what my hoodie says. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's the name.
And it lived up to the expectation.
Man, that Ace is such a good figure, yo. Such a good figure. If
You
you
say
can
it's
get your hands on
potential figure of the year.
it. Yeah. I think so.
Come on, it says peak Chamba.
Yeah. Okay.
First word. Double X. I still haven't watched One Piece yet because I'm still waiting for that abridged version
The
whenever
One
it
Piece?
comes out. Yeah. But looking at this, like I think we talked about this before. I think just design wise, it looks like a really fun thing to pose. Like super easy.
Oh yeah. Man, I'll story about One Piece, right? Growing up, and I'll keep it short, I hated One Piece. Something about it just was not pleasing to watch when I was growing up. Because it used to come on Toonami with like Dragon Ball, Zatch Bell, Inuyasha, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Never did like it. Well, I was going through some stuff at, I think, 18, right after I had graduated high school. And when I finally sat down and started One Piece, man, I could not stop. I could not stop. Like I was buying the little DVDs that they had at this store called Hastings, and I was finishing them in like 2 days. There'd be 24 episodes on them. I'd go to school, come home, One Piece till I fell asleep. Go to school, come home, One Piece till I fell asleep.
The DVDs had 24 episodes?
Wow.
If you got the so there was like 2 editions. There was one that had the 12, and then there was the ones that had the 24. I don't think they make them anymore. I'm not sure, but yeah, they were like the collection versions, and I had gotten all the way up to like 35 or something. I think it was the time skip. Man, One Piece is good. If you ever get the chance, I would check it out.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the
Abridged.
Yeah, abridged, like DBZ Kai or whatever version of it. The important parts. Chamba, do you remember VCDs?
Oh yeah.
I think I have VCDs of Dragon Ball GT, and it's
Nice.
only 1 episode per disc. That's why I'm so surprised that you said there's
Really?
24 episodes.
1 episode.
Well, I guess DVD increased the capacity.
Oh yeah, I mean VCDs were like CD capacity. That's why.
That's right. They were
Yeah.
So like, what was that, like 746
700 and
megabytes?
something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, okay, that makes sense. Man World. Ace is like, come on. I was watching 24 episodes
He's
per
like
disc.
VCD. What's that?
Not even a disc 2.
Never heard of VCD.
Exactly.
Was VCD even popular in America?
I don't know. It's a very Asian thing, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
it was-
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Very easy to pirate.
Very. Yeah, it's
also.
extremely easy to pirate. That's why it was a thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's open up some stuff. But yeah, like they have like V2 like Goku bodies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And different versions. Kid Goku, obviously they've redone it now too. So, hopefully there's a chance they
Usually they'll try that
use the
when
Okarun?
there's another look. So because
Ooh.
Okarun, because Okarun has the version where he's just with the white shirt and the trousers. Hopefully
Yeah.
they'll make a new version of that one instead, where they could actually just correct a lot of the issues that they had with this one. Fingers crossed, maybe. I mean, Momo's got tons of looks, so they could always redeem her.
I feel like the easiest way for them to do this is, I hate saying this because, I mean, obviously it's a marketing ploy, but if they do decide to continue the line, when they get to that one character that they know people are not going to want to buy, just throw in a brand new torso for Okarun.
They would never
Thank
do
you for
that,
that.
but that would be amazing.
That would be the
Yeah,
easiest
yeah.
way for
Yeah.
them to sell the new character and make people happy with the first release or second release.
It would just be them admitting. It would just be them admitting to how much they botched this, though.
But they should, though. I
100%. 100%. They're never gonna do that. They'll never release like a secondary torso for anything before. They'll just rather release an entirely new figure and maybe like make it entry level or something.
Of course.
I'm fine with that. Make it entry level. I'll take it.
Bummer. You go buy an SHF because you're like, I want that posability.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing for the import, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same with Momo.
Yeah, I haven't opened.
That's one of the most disappointing figures, man.
Did you order the soft goods mod for it?
Mm-hmm. I should. I saw them on eBay, but I just didn't get around to it.
Are you a big mod guy? Like after your reviews, like do you mess around with them, customize them a lot?
It depends on what it is. Me, I buy so many figures and have like no time with them at all. So usually what I do, because I don't display my stuff, what I'll do, I'll buy something, I review it. That's my time with it usually. And then after I do that, I might take some pictures, put it back in the box, and then I'll pick it back up. Who knows when, maybe shoot it again, then throw it back on the shelf. So I don't really mod stuff unless it's really something I know I'm going to spend a lot of time with. And since I don't display, I don't.
No, I think after like being up to date with everything for Don to Don, I'm like, yeah, these ones need to be displayed, and I want them to look their best. So I'm basically buying doll clothes. I'm waiting for some Momo upgrades. Chamba has his on the way. We'll see. I mean, Ace, I know you keep taking pics of JJK stuff.
Oh yeah,
those are always in rotation.
It's a lot of stuff that I'll post that I've just been sitting on. Like I got a gallery in my phone of probably maybe 300-400 photos, and I'll just be like, you know what, I want to post today, but I don't feel like taking pictures, so I'll just save one of those, do some edits to it, and then post it.
Okay,
smart.
I should probably do that.
Backlogged.
Got to.
Mackerson says I still have Dragon Ball GT VCDs from Hong Kong. They were also expensive too. I remember buying them here locally, one at a time, because at that time they were kind of pricey. And why did I invest in GT? Those VCDs are in a box. I think still waiting to get to Punch Easy. I'm going to ship them out to them. We have some more channel member shout outs. Joytoy is here. Jay Sinner, what's going on? Alexander Eagleson, thank you for tuning in. Jay Sinner also, and I said Yoko, right? John to the Ross says I burnt VCDs in college in American. Okay, hope you made some dough.
Yeah,
I made so much money burning mixtapes. Before Dat Piff was a thing, I had this other website that had all these mixtapes, and so a couple of my coworkers were aspiring rappers, and so they couldn't find the stuff in America. So I was burning CDs with this drive, and I made a good amount of money.
I wouldn't know the first step to that.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. All right, I'm gonna open. Oh yeah, I have, for people who didn't see, I have the Marvel Legends Chameleon from the Spider-Man animated series, which I was chatting with my friend Jason. If you look back at Chameleon, it's like how many looks does he really have? It's a guy who looks like other people. So I feel like this is the one. The last one was just him in the suit body, which is it's not great. This is the one to get, I think. So I'm gonna open this. And I got from our friends at eCollectibles, I got the Joytoy TMNT Shredder, Bebop, and Rocksteady. I've decided that I'm investing in this line ever since I saw Krang. He's a little bit larger, and I'm like, I got to backtrack and get the villains, and I want to see how these look next to these turtles. Let's see.
Are those like 4-inch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they're like full of accessories. They're posable. They're painted well. And I came to the realization the other day, it's not that, like when you're collecting Ninja Turtles, you're never really done. You're just moving on to another line that makes it. Right? Playmates, NECA, Super 7, and then now these. I'm like, it's not like that I've grown out of the other ones. It's just some new turtle thing to collect. And it's kind of a sickness.
Mm.
Do you have any turtles?
Who, me?
Yeah. That's not your thing?
Nah, man. I tried it a couple of times growing up. I just couldn't get into it. I was one of those kids that, like, growing up, the only way to really keep me entertained was either Dragon Ball or Batman. Anything else, I'm going to sleep.
That's a good combo.
Yeah, those two things, my go-tos all the way.
No, I bought pre-ordered Maximum Spider-Man today.
Oh, how much was it in Canada?
6 eCollectibles had it for 69. I think GameStop has it for 73 Canadian dollars.
Okay.
Which I think with the code it works out to 46 US, and it's what, 49.99 US at retail.
Mm-hmm.
Ace, are you getting that one?
Yeah, I got 2 of them on BBTS.
Have you? I'm assuming you've heard the many qualms with the pricing.
So this is my take on that. I'm an import collector anyway, so I spend that on anything I buy just about. So it doesn't really bother me. But there's 2 things that I think people should factor in when they thought that it was going to be $35. It's Spider-Man and it's Hasbro. Hasbro is going to capitalize off any amount of money they can make, as any company would. So I was expecting it to be $50 from the jump. And when I said that, people were like, nah, it shouldn't be more than $35. I knew it was going to be $50.
There's what you expect and what people want it to be and what like realistically is going to be, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard when you it's a company that has to answer to shareholders, and I'm not saying that makes it okay, but that helps understand the motivations behind what decisions are put through for this stuff. But it's sold out. I think it's sold out on Pulse and somewhere else too. So
Amazon.
It's not for everyone. Chamba, I don't remember where you stood on this one.
To me, it's some Marvel Legends. I'm not really a Marvel Legends guy. Like Ace, I primarily just imports. Price-wise, it was never going to be a factor because, again, like we spend money on import figures, so we kind of used to, like, if we can get anything for under $50, that's already a shock, right? That's why entry-level stuff is amazing. But
like $35 Figuarts is crazy.
For Spider-Man, it's I'm good with the Marfex, especially it's like you can get one Marfex 185 right now for 40, was it 46 or something, 50 something bucks import. I mean pre-shipping, and I'm like, to me this is just a Legends. It's a Legends upgrade, Legends Plus, but if it's still gonna feel like a Legends, then it's still just a Legends. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't expect any more from that. Plus, it doesn't really help that I'm not a big fan of the design that they picked. There's too many webs on his face. It's a Spider-Man design that I'm not really super big on. So
let's see.
I'm happy for the folks that wanted this, and it sucks that the pricing is not exactly something that they like. But again, like what Ace mentioned, what are you gonna do? It's Hasbro, plus it's Spider-Man. So if you can make money from it, and they know they can,
that's your money maker.
Yeah, they're going to.
It's not going to be a budget line with one of the most recognized symbols or superheroes around the world. Like, It's always going to be Wolverine, Spider-Man, Cap for Marvel, Iron Man. That's going to be the ones that make money for you.
But I think also, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, that's a McFarlane design, which Hasbro's never made. So they probably paid him out too to be able to make that design, right? I don't know how that works.
They don't have to. A lot of the times when a creator makes something for a company, it's the company's. Sure, maybe out of like good faith, they'll ask him for permission, but they don't have to ask for permission. They'll just go, "Hey, check it out. We're going to make something that's loosely based on your design." And it's like, sure. But I mean, it's the closest thing to McFarlane. I know we've on like Discord and whatnot, we've done a lot of like, comparisons to McFarlane artwork. It's close. It's not exact, but it's really difficult with a lot of these characters because it's not like you're basing the figure directly off of a specific art style.
Yeah, or panel.
It's right, or a panel. So it's always going to be like, this is a mash of a bunch of that era, and this is the result of it. It's good.
Yeah, it's like if I worked for, let's say I worked for Microsoft and I developed some software that was part of my project. Like, I wouldn't own it. It still belongs to Microsoft. So I don't know if they went out of the way to give Todd anything extra. But
he didn't create the character either. You know what I mean?
Like, right. Yeah. It was just like he drew it in that style, in his own style, which was pretty iconic. Did you guys see that thing where like Rob Liefeld is calling out I think like Kevin Feige for, I don't know, they don't care about comic book creators or something?
It's a call for attention, dude. Honestly.
You think so?
Like, come on, dude. Like, everything that's made Deadpool what it is now wasn't because of what Rob Liefeld did. No, like he was co-creator of it, no doubt. He was the first. Him and Fabian Nicieza were the ones that created Deadpool. But
is that how you say that last name?
That's how I heard it. But I couldn't.
Okay, thank God. Wrong. Thank God you said it for me. I never would have tried.
Yeah, and anything prior to it, after it, it wasn't really them, and that's fine. If you're gonna credit all of them. Are they gonna though? I don't know.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. All right, Spider-Man. I think the chat is, at least my chat's nice. People are civil. I dig it, which is what I always appreciate for everyone who tunes in. But Chamba makes some sense. It's a Marvel legend with a lot more stuff. But I've always been like Ace said, the price point is catching up to there.
I don't think they'd be bold enough to do that with a bunch of other figures, though. Spider-Man, yeah, because as much as they knew, another reason I knew the price was going to be that high is they didn't reveal it instantly. When they don't reveal something immediately that has to do with anything, it means that it's going to be more than you expect. We're going 100%. To sell it to you with photos first. Then 100%. We'll drop the price.
Build up the hype.
Yeah.
I knew
because they never mentioned the price at all. They just because if the price was something that they were like proud of and they knew that people were going to be like excited about, that would have been one of the first things they would have said. So. It's fun.
Ace, who else do you think is worthy of the Maximum series line then?
For me personally.
Yeah, for you.
Me personally.
Yeah, what would you want to see?
I'm not gonna say these characters would sell out, but I would love to see a Maximum Moon Knight and Daredevil.
I think I hear a lot for Daredevil.
Daredevil I am hearing about too, yeah. People would like that. Moon Knight would be sick, actually.
The staff accessories, a bunch of moons, different looks. Interchangeable capes, soft goods cape. They could go crazy with him.
If that's their doorway into getting soft goods into Marvel Legends, the Maximum line, that'd be interesting avenue for them to do it. Could you get away with using most of the Spider-Man for Daredevil, or would people be pissed?
You would use aspects for sure. I'm thinking the Maximum line would definitely use some of the engineering and sculpting within the own Maximum line.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It would make sense. I mean, I don't see any of the Maximum line engineering bleeding into Legends. That would be kind of
No,
a punch to the face. Yeah. Nah, but reuse within Maximum for sure. That makes sense.
100%.
Like a black
I
suit
think-
Spider-Man from this body would make sense because the webbing isn't embossed.
Sculpted.
Yeah,
Embossed is a great word. Maximum Jeff the Shark says figure report. Come on, dude.
I'll take it. A bunch of faces, right? A bunch of dude. How are they not milking Rivals?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
That's what
don't
I
think-
said, man. If they make Rivals figures, they'll get all my money.
They'd get
Who's
a
gonna
lot
do
of
it?
folks' money. Like Hasbro can do it. I mean, sculpt-wise, they can pull it off. They did amazing sculpts with the Overwatch figures, even though they didn't sell the best. Those sculpts will kick ass.
I agree.
I think business-wise, Deadpool as a Maximum would probably be up there.
I guess you could like different parts of the body as well. I suppose like interchangeable parts. This guy's got a couple of interchangeable parts, the wrists and whatnot.
Oh, the different Deadpool heads.
Yeah,
from the movie.
Expressions and stuff. Lots of weapons.
Oh yeah, Deadpool for sure. 100%.
Yeah. I'd love a Hulk. Just because it's Hulk, and I'd like a Hulk that could do a thunderclap.
Right.
Because so far they've made the butterfly that goes back, but not one that goes front.
Yeah, I have that one, and I'm like, this works. I'm like, oh, this butterfly is awesome. He can really punch, but then
as
he
soon
can
as you
only
get
pull back
past,
for a punch.
exactly. Yeah. It doesn't go all the way. It's not a proper butterfly.
Well, we'll have to. It'll probably show up. I mean, I got Husk, and that was within 2 months of when it was announced.
Yeah,
so
wild.
it might come out soon. I hope.
And this one's sold out in some places, right? The Maximum Spider-Man already.
Quite a few.
Yeah, that's wild. So even with the complaints of the price, still sold out.
It happens with everything, man.
Of course, yeah.
Everything.
Those are the ones that are buying. That's why.
Yes,
The main
like people are like not collecting this.
Mm-hmm. There's a meme that Sunny Channel did, where it's the Drake meme, where it's like $49.99, nah, but $79.99 aftermarket, yeah. It's like, okay, it's gonna happen. People in the aftermarket are gonna go crazy for this one. Like once this figure comes out and it's like, oh, it's good, it's actually good, then it's like, oh, has anybody got it for retail?
It has to be good though. I think they really need to make sure they check all the boxes at the factory before they put this one out.
When is it releasing? Or
Was
did
it
they
May?
say?
Was it May or was it later?
It's April, May, I think.
April, May,
Okay.
which is pretty close if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to check on Pulse.
Sweet.
All right, let's open some stuff. Dude,
Yeah,
Ace, how many reviews do you get done in a week, man?
It depends on what I get. Like if I do an unboxing of 8 figures, I want to try to get all 8 done.
And then they go back in the box?
I hate work, YouTube as work, but I also see it as fun.
Mhm.
And I hate work looming over me. So like I'll be at my actual job thinking, okay, I got to do a review as soon as I get home. So I will literally do everything at work, wrap up, get out, come home, review. And if I have 8 figures to review and I know that I want to have them knocked out by the end of the week, I'm doing 2 that night. Like,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
That is motivating and inspiring. Because I'm trying to do at least one a week, and that's already quite a handful.
Well, I like doing it though. Like I don't. That's what really gets me. And then again, that's my time with the figures that I normally might not have. So that's why I do that to not end up in situations like this, or rather this that I've had for a year and not touched. So it helps me with my imports actually.
Davey Sock Rocker says, I got a second Spider-Man for aftermarket. My upcharge will be double for any buyer who initially complained about the retail price. How would you enforce that? Like, would
he
you
just sell
ask,
it for a higher price, and it's like, this is what I'm selling it for.
but is it only that price for people who complain? Like,
No, he's gonna check online.
Say, oh, are you still selling this on eBay?
Yeah.
He goes, oh, what are your socials? And then he has to check
He has to
their
look.
history.
Start screenshotting right now, my boy.
Exactly. Take receipts of that. And it's like,
yeah,
nah.
yeah. Special
This
folder
was
in
you,
here.
wasn't it? Okay. Well, it's double for you.
Yeah, there you go. I'll check their social media feed first. Yeah, sell through Instagram. That way you have the
all right.
You already know who it is. Hasbro Pulse, Amazon, EE sold out and re-upped.
See, that means it's probably going to be successful. They're going to maintain this price for all the future ones. Hopefully this is the standard price for the maximum line, but they could do whatever they want, really.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The Hasbro Pulse says this pre-order item will be available to ship approximately May 1st, 25.
That's cool. So close.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm with it.
So yeah, I hope they make sure everything is top tier, top notch before it ships out.
Agreed.
Oh, 2 5-star reviews already. Dare we take a look? Just simply the greatest action figure and greatest Spider-Man figure of all time.
I love
3 thumbs up and
copy.
3 thumbs down.
Yeah.
I am the first review.
I am first review.
Oh, I am first. Yeah, why waste time say a lot of words?
Yeah.
1 thumbs up and 4 thumbs down. I mean, that was DK. That's DK's review. Yeah, I want to do more videos too, and I feel like I don't have enough time. I don't give enough attention to the stuff that I open on here because divided attention with chatting with people, guests and people in the chat, right? So I think my new thing is like I'll open it on here, and that gives me like a preliminary idea of what I'm gonna be talking about, and then do the video for it.
At this point, I think we all collect so much that we have to figure out where to find time for everything. And it sucks that I look at certain situations, and this is why I tried to cut back on a bunch of stuff, because I remember being a kid, right? I would go to Walmart, see a toy that I like. For instance, we're just going to say Dragon Ball. I saw a Goku I liked, and I would say, Mom, I want this. And I remember when I got that toy at that moment was everything. I didn't care about anything else.
Yeah.
I would come home, I'd play with that toy for weeks until it either broke or I got taken back to Walmart and got something new. Now, there's so many companies that are releasing any and everything. The fact that we do YouTube also, we don't have time to even really enjoy anything other than when we initially pull it out of the package and show it on screen if that's what we're doing. So,
I mean, Chamba, remember the early episodes? I used to open like 6 figures, 7, and at the end of it, I felt like I don't even remember handling it.
And that's why I hate because I'll do pile of loot type stuff, like warehouse deliveries from say Nin or Genki, and 6 to 8 items would arrive. Usually I'll have weeks and weeks with nothing, and then 1 week 6 items, and it's I can't open them all at the same time because how am I even going to appreciate any of them? And because you guys make YouTube content, it almost feel you feel obligated that you have to have content, right? So are you truly, like you said, you only truly appreciate it and get to handle it when you're opening it up? And because you don't display yours, Ace, it goes into the box. So the only time you're doing it is when you're actually reviewing it and opening it up. Is that really enough time as well? Sometimes I'll have figures on my desk and some figures will remain here for like months, just because every now and then, like when I'm between work, I'll just fiddle with it. And it's like, okay, I have to try and at least soak it up, because if I'm just getting it and then like, cool, on the shelf, what's the point? What's the point in me having it right now if I can't appreciate what that actually is?
Right.
So,
I think price determines how much time you should spend with something, because I've questioned that also. Like, why am I spending all this money on things and not having enough time with it? But I look at it like I also got so much other stuff that even if I was to put it on display, who knows when I'll get back to it? Because if I'm doing photography, I try to switch it up. I don't ever want to film or record or photograph the same thing 2-3 times and post it on my Instagram. I like for my feed to be diverse so that it can continue to bring in an audience versus JJK every 3-4 posts. So, which I love doing, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, man, it's either sitting on my shelf in the box or it's sitting on my shelf post up. And I still might not get to it. That's just how I look at it personally.
Yeah.
What hasn't gone back into the box yet this year that you've kept out?
Nothing.
Oh my god!
Dang, everything's in box. Dang.
Yeah, everything.
Is that just like that's just you and how you do it, or like nothing's been worthy enough to stay out of package?
Well, if it was anything worthy enough, Ace 1000%, 1000%. But it's just the room that I'm in, I want to move to a 3-bedroom and turn it into a full-blown man cave. That's when everything's coming out of the box. But right now, I do all this in my bedroom, man.
Right.
That's why I'm like, if I was to display everything in here, I would have room for absolutely nothing.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's my killer right there.
All right, you open the Marvel Legends Superior Spider-Man. I want to show this real quick. Did you see this? Hot Toys?
Ooh. I thought that was a comic book photo.
Is this first one looks like a video game screenshot, doesn't it?
It's that nice,
something.
yeah.
Like I don't know, like the textures on the tombstone look kind of CGI, but I don't know.
How much is that?
I have no idea.
It looks nice though.
I think those things run at least 200.
Yeah, minimum. I think this might be like closer to 3.
I think because this one has the
Jeez.
Waldo's.
That looks good though.
That looks really good.
That looks really nice.
I would be very surprised if. Do you think Hot Toys can hit this pose though on the tombstone? I don't think this is it.
No, the thing is, their base bodies can hit a lot of poses. It's just up to you whether or not you're willing to pose it that way. Yeah, because you're going to stretch the fabric. You're going to tear the fabric if you leave it like that. Sometimes the actual fabric will actually shape back, but is it worth the risk, especially if you're paying like close to 300 for it?
Right.
Like, I don't know. I'm not a seamstress. I can't fix this.
I don't think that first photo is the figure.
I think it is.
All right. I think we need to do some forensic investigation on this afterwards, because
I don't know if Hot Toys is known to like photo manipulate their images to the extent that they can't, the figures aren't capable of doing some of the posing. I'm sure after this photo, it's like, there's tears all over this.
They throw it straight. They have to cut slits in it just to be able to.
But it's still doing it.
Yeah.
That photo is absolute genius. That right there was the selling point for this figure.
100%. 100%.
Because they're letting you know if that is the actual figure. Oh yeah, it can do this.
It can do it.
We just thought we would let you know.
Yeah,
we know you're.
It's up to you if you want to do it. It's up to you if you want to do it. Though. Yeah. Like again, we're not going to show you the behind the scenes. Behind him, he's just got rips all over the place. But from the front, this angle, it's money.
Yeah. You know what? If it does this, props to them.
Yeah.
Right.
That was a really cool, very interesting read too. Superior Spider-Man, having them like having Ock and Peter fight in their mind. and
That's good
bicker.
stuff, yeah.
That was funny stuff.
Mental battle.
Yeah. Chamba, heads up. It's
Oh yes.
I don't know what time it is in your world.
I'm gonna bounce. All right.
Chamba's got to go to what do I refer to as his other show.
Yeah, that was who got angry at that? It was Ernie, of course.
Yeah, he was he was
Yeah.
hate watching quietly, but he heard what happened.
There wasn't that. Someone told him probably.
But yeah, have fun. Go check out Chamba on Toy Migos.
Yeah, they're not
Thanks
those.
for coming.
Check it
Thanks
out
for
after
stopping
this.
by, dude.
I think I need to
fun.
subscribe to them. I'm gonna check them out, man.
Cheers. Nice meeting you, Ace. Cheers, Kevin. Have a good one,
Yeah,
guys.
have a good night, man.
Cheers.
He's too nice. Such a nice guy.
Yeah, he's super cool.
Yeah, but
I don't
we
think I've ever checked out Toy Migos. I know about them, but I don't really. I'm so bad at keeping up with stuff. You know how I am.
do you watch many other do you watch other reviewers?
It depends on what it is. So like if it's something I'm super hyped for, nah. Just because I want
I did not see that going that way. I thought you were gonna say if I was really excited, yeah, I want to, but it was like no.
No. Those are the ones that I don't want to watch. It's almost for me like watching spoilers for a movie that I don't want spoilers for. I'd rather open it up and see what it's about myself.
Okay. Yeah, I think sometimes if I'm really excited, I don't want to. Well, like if I'm gonna do something with it, I don't want to watch something else and subconsciously be like, oh, have something else influence me,
Right.
and kind of push me in one direction or the other. But I mean, there's so much stuff that I don't buy, but like, or like, you know, sometimes if I am excited for it and you put out a video for it, I'll catch some of those too, just because I know like you'll point out, you know, what works, what doesn't work, and it's usually worth the watch for that.
I try to be upfront, man. My thing is, so I did that recently with the Don figures. Actually, I watched the review from Momo, so I kind of went into it knowing, man, this torso is gonna suck. I did it with Okarun, and then I went into that thinking it was gonna suck. Then I watched the review for Sabo, and I can't remember who it was, and the Okarun and both of the Don figures basically. I got those, and I felt the disappointment that the other reviewers had. Well, when I got Sabo, I was like, okay, well, I'm expecting this to be a disappointing One Piece figure, and I absolutely love that figure. Man.
Oh, is that the one that Chamba was playing with earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing's so cool, man.
See, you never know. You never know. Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so this is the Chameleon from Spider-Man animated that I grew up watching. And I think the last version of this costume, like getting a figure in this costume, was maybe like a 5-inch Toy Biz action figure. This looks like I don't know, like 70s sci-fi. If they made a cartoon of someone going into space, this is like a sci-fi astronaut suit. That's what it reminded me of. It comes with this J. Jonah Jameson face that he's taken off. That's so gross.
So does he wear a mask or he changes into one?
I thought he pressed this button and then his head changed.
Okay.
Chad, what do you remember? I don't remember if he took a skin off like Arya Stark and had people's skin or like a skin version of it, but this has actually finger grips sculpted into the back for this hand to hold it, which is nice.
It's kind of sick.
I don't know. Some 3D sculptor went and took their J. Jonah Jameson render and just smushed it up in software, and they output this accessory, I think.
That was cool though. I'm not familiar with that character at all, and it's weird because I did watch Spider-Man the animated series. I just don't remember much of it.
He's super cool. A blaster, and he comes with this rifle. Who I think Agent Venom from this wave has it also.
That's the one I'm looking for, Agent Venom. That's this same wave right here, right?
No, yours is Secret Wars. It's the same wave as mine.
Oh, okay.
This dude.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I saw that Spider-Man today. That thing.
Unlimited?
I saw both of those. Yeah, I saw the Spider-Man Unlimited and then that little one in the middle. I can't.
Spider Boy, it
The
says.
Yeah, there was like 8 of those.
The belt buckle is how he changed. Yeah, I remember he would press one of these buttons, and I don't know if this white part is his skin or this is a special mask.
Mm.
This can't be his skin. I don't remember them anything about him being all bleached out like this.
So he's
Hey,
kind of like Hush then from Batman.
what did Hush do? I know he had the bandages, right?
Yeah, he could. I don't remember how he changed either, to be honest with you, but I know he changed into Bruce Wayne, I think Jason Todd, and a few other people.
In the first Hush storyline?
Hmm?
Wasn't it
Batman Hush.
Was it Clayface doing all that stuff?
I thought it was him.
I haven't read
Or
it
was it?
since it first came out.
Now I gotta go back and try to figure out. Wait a minute, because who was Hush? Hush was the Riddler, right?
Hush is his childhood friend, Thomas
Because
Elliot.
it was different in the movie
Oh, was
than in
it?
the comic. If I remember correctly, it was different in the movie than the comics because they had changed a few things or a lot of things actually.
Really?
If
The
I
way I
remember
saw it,
correctly, don't quote me on that.
okay. The way I remember it, Hush the comic series was it seemed like they made a story that just allowed Jim Lee to draw as many Batman rogues from his
Villains,
rogues gallery as possible, and
right?
including Superman and Catwoman and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Hush was his childhood friend, Tommy Elliot or Thomas Elliot or something, and it was. But I remember there was Clayface involved, so maybe
Yeah, he
that
was in
was the
there.
shapeshifter.
And did he fake his death at one point?
Oh, there you go. Legendary poser. What's up, man? Says
Which
Hush
is
is the Riddler in the movie. Different from comic.
I thought so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I heard a bunch of people say that the movie was terrible. I thought it was okay, but I don't really have high expectations for DC comic films when I go into them. The most that I enjoyed one was probably what was it? Justice League. The last one, Apocalypse Wars or something like that. That one was actually pretty interesting.
I
That
think
was
in
a good one.
general, DC animated movies are pretty enjoyable,
Mhm.
right? And they come out pretty often too.
Yeah, some of them were good, like Justice League versus Teen Titans. But I'm skeptical on saying that those movies are good when I talk to comic fans because I don't read comics. I just don't have the time. And I could say, oh, yeah, man, I actually really enjoyed Justice League versus Teen Titans. And then I will immediately hear, no, it sucked. It was nothing like the comics. This was supposed to happen. This was supposed to happen. This character was supposed to die. And I'm just like, my bad, bro. I just enjoyed it.
We almost had that happen right now.
With what?
With me, like, no, the comic book is Hush going like this. And they
I
changed it
know
up.
some people take that serious. So I'm just like, ooh, okay.
Jay Sinner says it was a weak story, but the artwork was sick.
Yeah, that art was
I
fire.
have, I think, the original first prints of that Hush story arc, the Jim Lee ones. No, wait. From book 2 onward, I had first printing, and then book 1 was second printing because I foolishly passed on it. Andrew J. LaBoy says, Hush parts together his face with surgery to look like Bruce. I only know Hush from the Arkham games. There you go. There's another version.
I remember that. I don't think he played a. Did you have to fight him in the games? Because I want to say he was in Arkham City, and I think I 100%ed that one.
Whoa, really?
Man, yeah. Anything Dragon Ball or Batman, I'm finishing.
What was the Batman who was your first Batman?
Like, what do you mean?
That you encountered? Was it a comic book? Was it a TV show, a movie?
Oh, Batman the Animated Series, all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, all the way, man. I was so like into Batman that I didn't realize how big of a fan I was until I met Kevin Conroy. When that happened, like it was crazy. I didn't even know he was there, but I went to a convention, same one I'm going to in about 2 months, and he was just there, posted up, and I wasn't expecting him. And I remember when I saw him, I just froze. I couldn't speak or anything. It was
Really?
insane. Couldn't say a word. It was like I got choked up. And I remember I was with my friend Matthew. He was Kevin was like, "Hey, yo, you want to take a picture, man?" And I couldn't say anything. And Matthew was like, "Yeah, he wants to take a picture. Get over there." And it was crazy. Now I had my sunglasses on. Why I don't know. But I was walking through the convention. And I remember he was just like, "All right, man, I want to see your eyes in the photo." So I was like, "Okay." I remember I took my shades off. I had this goofy ass grin, and man, it was crazy. It was an experience, man.
What was it though? Did you not realize how much it meant to you, or like the idea that the voice of Batman was like right there in front of you? That just shocked you.
I think both. I
Okay.
want to say because man, Batman has always been my everything growing up. Like they knew my parents knew if they ever wanted to shut me up, put Batman on. I was like if I'm making too much noise or running around the house not sitting still, put Batman on. He will sit down. You want to get him something for Christmas,
It's
Batman.
Batman.
If it's Batman related, like I had Batman covers, Batman posters, Batman shirts, all of that, man. To this day, my mom still gets me Batman stuff for Christmas. So
That's awesome.
yeah, she knows. So that it just both of them shocked me.
That's an awesome mom. It's like, Mom, I'm grown now. Yeah, but you know, I'm your mother and you like Batman, so
Yeah,
and you're gonna like it.
She knows what's up.
Yeah, it's just I collected so much Batman stuff. Like when I first started, one of my first things that I wanted to do was build almost like an Iron Man style Hall of Armor, but with different bat suits. And so I've got a I think a Kenner Batcave. I've got the animated series Batcave from DC a few years ago, in this coffee table behind me, and a whole bunch of bat vehicles too, Batmobiles and things. But then I think over the years after collecting it, it's like DCUC was done, the DC collectibles, or what was the line?
Yeah, DC
That went under.
collectibles, icons,
Icons, yeah. Oh my god.
essentials. What else did they fumble? It was a few.
Yeah. And then after that, and then like nothing in media was really kind of keeping it current,
Relevant.
I guess. Yeah, relevant. And
Yeah.
so, you know, I took down some Batman displays, but 89 Batman Hot Toys, Jack Nicholson Hot Toys stays in these two detolfs over here, permanent residence.
Who's your favorite out of all the live action?
Live action, I grew up with Keaton, man.
Okay.
And in 89 or 90, there's a local mall who had a Batman there, and I met this guy. And for 1990, this costume was really, because I still have a photo of it. It was like, looking back and what cosplayers do now, that was a really good costume to have at a mall. And so, but like as a kid meeting this Batman, I was like, that was the Batman image for me.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, but then I told my friend Jason the other day, the holy trinity for me: Batman animated series, Spider-Man animated, and X-Men. So that kept it going, right?
Yeah, makes sense. I was big on Spider-Man 2. I just didn't watch it as much as Batman. And then X-Men, I really didn't get into X-Men animated series much as a kid. I would watch it, but I think when I found out about it was right around the time X-Men Evolution was coming out, and I really loved X-Men Evolution.
Oh, okay.
I don't think people like that one, but I enjoyed it.
I think I've watched all the X-Men stuff: Evolution, Wolverine, and the X-Men.
Yeah, it was good.
What other cartoons were there?
Superman animated series.
Superman was cool too. I like.
You talking about just X-Men, or are you talking about like just comic book characters?
Comic book stuff, but like X-Men stuff. I don't know if there were other animated shows, but
I have no idea.
For X-Men. But yeah, Superman was another one to watch too.
Yeah, I wasn't real big on X-Men. I would watch it though.
Really? I love X-Men.
I watched it for me. When I watch something, I usually will watch it for characters, right? So like I remember when Justice League was a thing. I loved Justice League and Batman was in it. If Batman wasn't in the episode within like 10 minutes, I'm paying no attention. That's how bad I was as a kid. Because I wasn't real big into Superman. He was like, I always thought Superman was like the very cliche superhero. So when people ask me why I don't like Superman, that's my response. He's very like cliche, super strong, super strength. He's got the ice breath, the eye beams. There's so many superheroes that have either his same abilities or a mixture of them. But Batman was always like the underdog who I loved at the end of every Justice League episode where they defeated a villain. It would be like, okay, this guy was super duper strong, but we wouldn't have defeated him without Batman's intellect. I always loved that.
And whatever he had prepared in his belt.
Exactly. That's why he's the GOAT.
There you go. Josh Brown says Evolution is dope.
Yeah. I agree.
Those movies are dope. Yeah. How do you feel about Pete Holmes? Pete Holmes' Batman is hilarious. He's a comedian and he does a parody of the Christian Bale Batman. But he just makes, I don't know, like Bruce Wayne or Batman really dumb. It's really funny though. Go check it out if you guys haven't seen it yet.
Pete Holmes, yeah, not familiar with that one.
Super Friends.
I loved Super Friends. That's old.
Yeah, it's very old. Sorry, people who grew up with that. But that's very old. X-Men Evolution was better than X-Men 92. Ooh.
I didn't see enough of 92 to know that. So I can't say.
All right, I'm gonna open this. You do like import reviews too. Do you review a lot of Batman stuff or only import Batman stuff then?
Typically import Batman stuff, but I've gotten to where I'm selective on doing that just because people see my channel and I think they automatically think anime reviews. So if I review anything that's not anime, usually it doesn't generate what I wanted to in terms of views. So I'm like, I'll kind of leave that alone.
Do you? That's the thing. I know that you should kind of focus and concentrate on like a genre, but I don't have the. I don't know. I'm just too. I just don't want to branch out and start something new just for a different. To do it at the same time, just for a different genre, right? If you started a Ace Reviews Batman, youtube.com/Ace Reviews Batman stuff only, to kind of separate and do two different things like that. I don't know why. I'm just like, I'll just leave it on one channel, and probably to my own detriment too.
When it comes to toy reviewers, my only thing, right? I always feel like I kind of got in right at the right time to where I can benefit off of doing it, because there are so many like underrated channels to me. Like those are the ones that I really try to sit back and watch. And I really need to start commenting more, but I'll watch them on my TV while I'm doing something in the background, like taking photos or editing. But like TF Nut for one. Mountain Arts reviews. There was one more I was trying to think of. It's not coming to mind right now. But I'm like, man, I really wish their channels would get more, they would be more noticed and recognized, because I can tell that they put a lot more editing into their videos than I do. They're probably much more tech savvy than I am. Their video quality is a lot better, especially Mountain Eyes Reviews. Video quality is even better than mine. And I'm like, man, dude, I really wish that this channel would get more noticeability. So those are the ones that I'll try to watch the most. But because of the fact that I see they don't get as many views as I want them to, that's exactly why I'm like, do I want to make another channel and start from the bottom? That's what gets me.
Yeah, it's not like you can collab post yourself like on Instagram or something, right?
Right.
So
Yeah,
it wouldn't
exactly.
have that same visibility.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And then I think, I don't remember who said this, but I heard it a while ago. People really don't watch reviews like they used to anyway. And it makes sense because a lot of the stuff that I watch, I'll throw on because I see it and I won't be paying it any attention. Most people aren't even going to click on something that they're not about to at least give some of their attention to. Me, even if it's background noise, I watch it to try to show my support, and I'll let the video play through. There's been times like I will legit go to someone's channel, click on it, and just let it play through. I'll be on my phone, something, and I'll pass out on my bed and wake up an hour or so later, and I'm like, man, this person's channel's still playing. But I just gave them a lot of views, so I feel good about it.
That's dope.
Yeah, I love showing support for people because I know how hard it is when you're trying to grow your channel or how much time it takes that people put into their work. So
yeah, it's cool that you support when you see like the effort and the drive that's apparent in the content.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Earlier, Emilio Lopez says they have photo manipulated images before. I think that was for the Superior Spider-Man hot toy. Guppy Boy 9000.
That's my cousin. Didn't know BuzzMod was under Good Smile Company. I didn't know that either.
Your cousin has been in the chat before, right? When you've been here before, I feel like
probably.
I feel like sounds familiar.
Yeah, probably.
All right, what do you think of this? I'm gonna slightly enlarge my screen. He's got articulated jaw.
That actually looks like something I need right now. I've been looking for some villains for my Dragon Ball Daima collection.
Oh yeah, the aliens on the planet or in the demon realm could be like this. Yeah.
What you said? That's a new line that's working on those.
This is Joytoy. I'll grab my Daima Goku in a second. Look, there's TNT on the back with a clock that's articulated. And then there's a turtle shell here.
How much of those run you a piece?
I gotta go find it because I got them in Canadian.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. That's all good. Are they in Targets?
No, this line. So Joytoy Ninja Turtles, they only have the license in Asia because I guess Ninja Turtle pricing or Ninja Turtle licensing in North America is like Playmates and has a master license, I presume. But you can get these through a third party or maybe like BBTS or something.
Okay. Oh, see, that's not a bad size either.
Yeah, that's a good size.
That'd be perfect if I could run into those. Because I've seen some of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff I've thought about getting for that particular reason right there. I'm like, this could be an enemy for Goku, Vegeta, or whatever.
That's the scale.
Only turtle I have is the red one. And I just remember I only have it because who sent me that? Dash of Salt, I believe, was like, I'm gonna send you a turtle because I know you don't like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was like, oh, okay.
This is a fun line. Like, these are painted well.
Yeah, they look good.
There's a ton of detail.
I will always admire the Ninja Turtles figures. Always look good. They just don't appeal to me at all.
I guess you're lucky in a sense. Hold on, I think this opens. Oh, there you go. It's a rocket launcher or a missile launcher.
Wait, what was that? A speaker rocket
It's
launcher?
a boombox. There's some James Bond type thing.
I would love that accessory.
And then he has his.
That is cool.
Beefy gun. I think this is a grenade. Yeah, and a Rambo knife.
Looks like they come with a lot of stuff too.
They're really fun for 1/18th scale. Extra hands, right? Like they just look good. Joytoy is awesome. They make a lot of Warhammer, I think, figures and mech suits and a lot of cool stuff in this scale.
See, there's so much stuff that I'm afraid to get into because I'm that type of person that once I start something, it's hard for me to stop. That's why I really don't collect NECA. Thankfully, they don't make a whole lot of stuff that I enjoy anyway. But like this Joytoy Street Fighter line, we've got
Yep.
that. Then the Storm Arena is coming now. They just put up Ken for pre-order. I'm gonna want that. The Rebel Tech Street Fighter stuff, I'm buying all of those. So I'm like, man, I cannot catch a break.
Was Storm Arena $26 or $36?
I think 26.
That is bonkers.
Right, and it looks so good.
Are
I
you
like Storm collectibles anyway, but I
Yeah.
just they're out of scale with what I collect, so I typically leave them alone. But if they were 112, oh man, I'd have so many of those.
Are you up to date? Like, are you watching Daima right now?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
Oh, there you go. That's the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah, this thing's dope. I mean, it's the same as the regular Ryu, I'm assuming.
It,
I
yeah,
don't know what I
mostly
did
is.
with that thing. I have no idea what I did with that figure.
Josh Brown says, I'm resisting the Joytoy Turtles. I mean, why? Why limit yourself? You know, you only have one life to live, dude. Enjoy, buy some turtles.
Serious on that wallet, man. I get
Yeah,
you.
for sure. At the very least, if it's not for you, like you can flip them and get like equal value at the very least, because they look good. We have it's Jay Gonzo in the chat. What's good? C is in the chat. Toy Binging says 1/18th is my favorite scale, best for world building. Yeah, I'm switching my Star Wars collecting to 1/18th, so I hear you. I have a giant ghost ship behind me.
I forgot you were into Star Wars. Who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I think I know him.
Okay. You asked with such confidence.
Well, it's funny because my best friend's name is Juan. I call him Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay, there you go.
But I don't know anything about the character. I know the villains. I know all the villains, but I don't know the main characters. I know Anakin Skywalker. I think I know Luke. Obi-Wan's the older guy, right?
Yeah. He's Luke's teacher in the original trilogy.
Played by, is that Mark Hamill?
Mark Hamill is Luke Skywalker.
Okay, never mind.
Who also voices animated series Joker.
I knew that.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, definitely knew that.
When when I got Mark Hamill's autograph at Star Wars Celebration, I was torn between getting a Joker photo signed or Luke Skywalker.
You went with Joker or you went with Luke?
I went with Luke.
Okay. Star Wars has an impact on people, man. Star Wars fans.
Yeah, of course.
I used to like Star Wars fans on my channel because I remember it was a while ago that what did I post? It was like an action figure news video or something. And I think I said Ashoka instead of Ahsoka. And people were so ticked off about it. And I was like, I don't know this character. I'm just announcing she's going up for pre-order.
Yeah.
So since then, I would always like, I'd be like, Oh yeah, Darth Vader and his little light up lightsaber or something. Like I would purposely
Yeah,
mispronounce
just
stuff
to
for
mess
the
with people.
longest. Oh man, Star Wars fans hated me, yo. It was crazy.
But here's the thing. There are tons of Star Wars fans who don't read the names correctly for everyone. So, you know, don't even stress it. Just keep trolling them. As a Star Wars fan,
I wasn't.
as a Star Wars fan, I insist that you continue to do so.
If anyone is watching this that follows my channel, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that right here.
Yeah, send them my way. Kev said it's okay.
Right. That's gonna be my top comment if anyone's I'm gonna
Yeah,
pin it
pin it
in the
to
video.
your next Star
Kev
Wars
says
video.
it's okay.
I think I'm a few episodes behind, but I mean this Kid Goku was the coolest thing that I saw last year.
Thing. Do you have Vegeta and Piccolo?
I have Vegeta. I told myself I wasn't gonna get Vegeta, and then I ordered it from AliExpress because it was so cheap, and I saw people getting it in the US for like $20-$25, and I'm like, that's not fair. I'm getting one just because it's such a good deal. But I got that. Piccolo is a little bit more though, right?
I think he's like 50, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Piccolo. I need to get him because I don't know if I'm gonna collect them all, but I'm definitely going to get Piccolo, that Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Hey,
okay.
did you find a Jack specific Neo Metal Sonic yet? He goes for so much. No, man. Look, if you find that thing, please DM me on Instagram. I have been dying looking for that figure.
Oh yeah, Quip's right. There is the SHF Kid Goku, like Dragon Ball Goku with the dragon. You know, the one that's recreating one of the covers, and I think I forget where it was exclusive to.
The GT Goku? Oh no, that one I think is exclusive to Japan. Another one you're talking about. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I wasn't gonna get it, but it looks cool.
But that's a whole different body too, right?
Mm-hmm. Completely brand new. Yeah, that thing is crazy, man. I think it's based on Akira Toriyama's first art.
I have a picture of it here. I spelled Goku with an E, and that can't be right. I did that?
Ooh. Those Dragon Ball fans gonna come for you, man.
Ashoka Tano?
I've said that. I'm pretty
Some people, sometimes people see the letters in a different order and pronounce it's Star Wars fans. My God. Here, Josh Brown says, yes, please troll Star Wars, the fandom. They are the worst.
Hey, another cosign.
There you go. This one, 40th anniversary edition.
Yeah, I think it was cool.
It's so beautiful.
It does look good. The blue background is what's making it pop for me too.
The blue and orange.
Yeah, it's looking nice.
But it's this face captures the like Dragon Ball, the first series look for much better than the other Kid Goku figures. That's why it looks so damn good, man.
Is that thing up for pre-order or what? I remember seeing it and I don't remember them saying anything else about it at all.
Sales area, Japan.
Yeah, I thought so.
11,000 yen. Oh, wait, when does this come out? It's V Jump. Is that where it's exclusive to?
I thought V Jump was the comic series. I'm not entirely sure on that one. I knew I wasn't getting it, so I didn't even bother looking up any kind of information on it.
Yeah, that's the Tamashii Nation store flagship shop. Come on, what's the release date? Come on, Ace, action figure news.
I don't even think I covered that one. I don't know if I did or not. I'm not sure. I don't remember anything about that one. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Because honestly, it feels like if I did talk about that, it was so long ago.
Yeah, it's been a few months since they announced it.
don't think that it would be out by now. Did you end up getting anything from T-Week? T-Lightning, whatever they want to call it?
No, that was the last week, right?
Yeah,
And they
the
had
6 through
some
the something.
did they just put out a bunch of best selection?
They did some best selection, some quote unquote reissues. What else did they do? Uh, they put up for sale some figures that were kind of on the newer side and said, "Oh yeah, if you want this, you can get some free shipping." I know Ace was one, Okarun was one. They put up some of the Naruto figures again, all of them except Obito. Who else? Some Chainsaw Man. The Dragon Ball line was a horror show. That was the worst one.
Is that when they reissued the new Broly, or was that for a different release?
No, the Broly and Cooler are just re-releases, basically. Those are up for
Right.
pre-order. I think Broly was set to come out in September. Those sold out. Now they have another batch that are coming in January. Cooler, when does that come out? I want to say Cooler's coming out in November, if I remember correctly. So
Okay.
yeah, they've definitely gone crazy with those though. I'm kind of glad they're re-releasing them because people missed out on them. I love when people can get their hands on stuff they missed out on.
Right.
I just think everything else was horrific.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this, the knees are different from the Daima Goku. It
Yeah,
also has butterflies though. Look at these expressions, man. Look at these faces.
love them.
They're
I
so
hate those
perfect.
knees. Hate those knees, but I love everything else about it.
Do you like these Daima ones that are like split down the middle?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me because they're so small. There's really nothing they could have done about in order to continue getting that same mobility. So yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I said this was the last Goku I buy, but this is definitely, if I can get it, the last Goku I buy. The 40th anniversary.
I don't know, man. You never know when that 3.0 is gonna come out.
I have the Comic-Con Goku with Gohan,
I should have
and
got that.
that's my favorite one of last year. So I can rest easy with that purchase. With the Cloud, dude, it's such a good release.
It is. I should have got that. I don't know why I didn't. I'll see if I run into it somewhere because I'm pretty sure I can still get it for around, what was the retail price? 100?
Maybe a little bit less. Maybe 90. Yeah, but around there.
I could probably find it for about 120 somewhere, which I wouldn't mind paying that if I decide to get it. It's just right now I've been rebuilding my Dragon Ball collection and all I've got is a bunch of Gokus and Vegetas. Like, man, okay, I got to get some other characters in here.
I think if I rebuild mine, because I did sell off a bunch, I would build a Dragon Ball collection. So, like the
Okay.
Omas, I would put those up. If they made a Kid Krillin that was to scale, because in a Dragon Ball, his head was massive with a really small body.
I think they did make him, right? Kid Krillin?
No, I think they made a Krillin. Did they make a Kid Krillin? It was on the Kid Goku body. They're still oddly sized next to Master Roshi anyway, so
Yeah.
they
I don't
can
remember,
redo
but
that.
I think they made Kid Krillin. I think they made him, Master Roshi, Bulma. Did they make General Pui Pui or Pow Pow, whatever his name is? I don't know.
Which one is that?
The assassin guy.
Who jumps on the log?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, they have him.
They
Tao
made
Pai
him,
Pai.
King Tao Pai Pai, yeah. King Piccolo. They actually made a few, and then I guess they just weren't selling.
Lunch? I need to backtrack Lunch.
Oh, she's probably super expensive right now.
Damn it.
I don't know for sure. I didn't end up getting that one. That wasn't one I thought about, but yeah, that'd be cool too.
Quip says I spy Saint Seiya, and before you came on, I was telling Chamba when I was a kid in Hong Kong, I used to stay up late to try and watch this. Is this anywhere on your radar?
Loved it. It was something. My cousin who was in here, Guppy Boy, we used to watch all the classics: Saint Seiya, Zatch Bell, Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, What was the other one? There was a bunch. If it was
Really?
anime, yeah, we were always hanging out and we were watching it. So yeah, that was definitely on the list.
It's so good, man. And the music, I play the theme song around the house to the point where my kids know it now.
Mhm.
And they'll know every time they say the word Pegasus, and I'll reply back, Ryuseiken! And then I'll just start into the guitar riff from the theme song. It's like the first anime that I watched. So, but they're so expensive to collect.
I would
Um,
imagine.
if if I won the lottery, I think buying all the Gold Saints would be my first lottery purchase. Have you ever
Mm.
thought about like what would yours be?
If I won the lottery,
You won 10.5 million dollars. So you don't have to say like I'm gonna go get a house or this and that. Like you're gonna make an irresponsible toy purchase. What would that first one be? 10.5.
the first toy purchase,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of anything out of my reach, to be honest.
Oh damn. That's the second time this week where I'm just like, all right, now everyone's living that ace life.
No. Look, man, I'll keep it real with you. I survive off paying for.
Oh yeah.
Like, man, I am an avid paying. PayPal hates to see me coming, man. Like for real. Like,
We don't have
because
paying
they
for in
know
Canada. We have PayPal, but we don't have paying for.
Afterpay, Klarna, what's the rest? I don't care. I can't think of any others. But y'all don't have any of those?
I maybe there's some other ones, but PayPal's the easiest one, right? Because
Yeah.
you sell toys and people pay you with that too. But
Mm,
no, we don't have that. Is paying for is there interest? Is there a service charge?
not at all. You
Unless
pay so
unless you default
basically,
payment.
even if you get behind, I don't think that they charge you anything else. They're just like
What?
hurry up and pay. Yeah.
Chat, is
Yeah,
that
man.
paying for keeps the US economy going, says Craft Collects. And you guys want to tear off Canada when you have the beautiful paying for to live off of? That's crazy.
You're saying that to me or someone in the chat said that?
No, someone in the chat says paying for keeps the US economy going.
Man, for real. Like I will use paying for anything, even if I don't need it.
Even if
Like
you
I
don't
can
need,
go
you can pay in one, but you still do it.
right. I can go. I can have $1,500 in my bank account. Just like being honest, this is how I operate. I can have $1,500 in my bank account. I can walk in the mall, see a pair of shoes that I like. Shoes are $100. Okay. My mind says I can pay $100 up front, get it out of the way, not have to pay it,
Hmm.
and I'm good. Or I can pay $25 today, and then I'll just pay the rest off when I get paid again. And that's exactly what I'll do. Unless I'm just like, oh, you know what? I really like these. I don't want to deal with it. I'll pay them off. But I'm so like, 'cause I know I got my bills too, man. I prioritize bills over everything, as any collector should.
Right. You should.
But I'm like, okay, so I can go in and say, all right, I know I got the electricity bill coming up, my car note's coming up, and know that even after I pay these bills, I'm still gonna have a couple $100 left. I can spare it on these shoes, but I'm such a just in case type of person that I'm still gonna do paying for until I have confirmed
Right.
that I can pay these off and it's not gonna bother me later.
Hmm. Wait, you can do paying for in person?
Select stores. And if you can't, I'll go right on the website. Y'all got them in stock. All right, let me go ahead and pay these. Come pick them back up in an hour.
So it's not just a PayPal thing?
Hmm. You can do so. It'll be you can do PayPal, Klarna, Afterpay, and I want to say there's one more. I can't think of what it is.
What the heck? That's not cool.
But I think it also helps your credit too. So that's another reason I'll do it. I'll just be like, okay, you know what? All right, it's gonna help my credit. Cool. So let me make sure I pay this, pay it on time, and that's it.
Yeah, because why? What's another $25 next month or
in 2
man.
weeks.
Yeah, that's
I couldn't do it if I lived in Canada because at the end of each and every month, I'm getting an Ami bill for $400, $500, $600. I gotta pay it
jeez.
for that. Got to. And then what I'll do I'll do 2 payments, and then that very next payment will be okay. YouTube check, pay this off.
Yeah, that's that goes towards toys. Is Ami your go-to? Like, is that the best one for you?
Oh yeah, Ami Hobby Genki, my go-to is always.
I've ordered a couple the last few months from Amazon Japan,
They're
and
good.
they're really good. Especially like my Don stuff arrived right when they dropped, and they shipped it out real fast too.
The only thing I don't like about Amazon Japan is sometimes the listing won't be of the retail price.
Okay.
And so I got to go do the conversion rate. And then I also have to try to remember where to go on the option screen to translate it into English so that I can make the purchase. Then I always forget my password. So I got to reset the password. When you reset the password, it's in Japanese. So it's like, oh my gosh, I found a song from the Neo Wave, but they don't have anything else. Oh yeah, that's how it goes, man. It's all good. Affirm, yeah. Affirm is another one.
What's up, toy binging? Affirmer says shows up in credit reports. Yeah, I think even in the US, PayPal has a does PayPal have a credit card or a debit card that you can use? So
I
that
think both.
your money is linked to it.
Yeah, I think they have both.
That's huge. Yeah, we're way behind. I don't like that at all. There's some pretty good options there.
That saves me so much, man. Like that's my go-to for everything. As soon as I know I'm gonna take a vacation, as soon as I'm looking up plane tickets, oh, this ticket's gonna be 600, paying for. Like everything.
Damn it. All right. I got to figure something out. See if Canada. Who here is from Canada? Let me know in the chat. Is there anything similar? I wanted to show this. My friends have been like on these auction sites lately. So I found one I was able to grab a Luke Cage Iron Fist 2-pack for 25 Canadian. This goes for like 70 at retail. And luckily I checked it. Everything, it's the right parts that are in there. It wasn't swapped out. The tape is solid, so that's another pickup.
I wanted to get that.
This week.
I saw it in person a few times and I just left it alone.
I like it. No, it's a really good Luke Cage with the accessories too. His rings, belt buckle that says Cage on it. Looks good.
These days, like I'm so bad with domestic figures just because of the fact I don't open them. So that is where I kind of feel like what I discussed earlier. Why am I buying these and I don't get to them? But another thing that I've started doing is that I collect for no reason Nendoroids.
Dude, Nendoroids are so good.
Love them.
You
Never
know what?
Open them.
If we had pay in 4, I would have so many Nendoroids. I really would. But you never open them?
Never. Look, so I've got Nendoroids sitting in my closet that I've had probably going on 2 years now, 2.5 years. Haven't opened one. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna get rid of these, right? So I just sold my Skate the Infinity Nendoroids. Love the anime. I can't do anything with the Nendoroids. So I go online, I see how much they're going for. Nendoroid collectors are crazy.
Are they?
Those things, yes. Man, look. So I think I paid $35 a piece for both of those. Online now, $450 for the two of them. $450. So I also have the Given ones. I really love the anime Given. So I have Uyanoma all four of them basically. I've got all four of those. Again, I paid $30-$40 when they came out. You cannot buy all of them without spending at least $600 right now.
Are they like Funko Pop collectors?
I have no idea. I've never sold any of my Funko Pops, which I don't collect a whole lot anyway, but I'm like, you mean to tell me I spent $30 on this and I can make a quick 600-700 on for four of them? Sure, why not? Because they're brand new.
Does that mean you're out? You're selling all yours and you're done?
Nah. Nah.
You're like, whoa, I didn't say that.
Because I want to keep all my Haikyuu ones, but the other ones, I'm like, yeah, these can go. But the thing about it is, people want them right now. And some of the ones that I've sold, I've already seen get reissued. So I'm like, okay, I'll just buy these again in another couple of years if I want to. And then if I don't want them, I'll sell them again.
All right. So for people who don't collect Nendoroids, they're little figures, couple inches tall with, chibi size proportions and looks. They usually have like small accessories that are accompanying the character, and they look really cool. And it's like the only line that has this many Jujutsu Kaisen characters articulated with accessories, which frustrates me to no end. Like it's almost nonsensical, isn't it?
Right. I agree.
I was in Hong Kong looking for the Figma stuff a few years ago, and they're like, in Hong Kong, it's not even worth it for them to import Figma from Japan because it's just so expensive. Like SHF is the go-to. But they're like, you can get the Nendoroid, and stores would have, look at this full lineup.
Maki, Toji, Shoko, Panda.
I'm like, why is there not an articulated Panda? And I have to buy a squishy keychain blind bag. This 15 toys, 16, 17, 18 different ones. What's SWAT Chow? How are these different?
I think those are the little miniature ones that just come with like extra expressions and stuff.
Okay.
If I know correctly, I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, so at least 14 Nendoroid characters. And then faceplates. I think people make soft goods for them.
Probably.
Dude, they have Tokyo Revengers. They have a whole bunch of them. It's not fair.
Because people buy Nendoroids, man. Like if they love them, they'll buy them. Like I officially have all the Haikyuu Nendoroids at this point.
Okay.
I've completed them, and God love Haikyuu. Love Haikyuu.
Is it worth the watch? Because I don't personally like volleyball. Is that a stupid reason to not watch it?
Well, I like volleyball. It's super fun to play, but I like the when it comes to anime, man, I'm not really picky. I just like something that has a either fun storyline or something that I can immerse myself in. And Haikyuu was fun to me from the very first episode.
Really?
And
okay,
even when it's not volleyball, like I love the intensity of the games when they're playing other teams, but I love the slice of life moments too whenever they're just practicing or joking around. I love the character dynamic between Shoyo and Kageyama, or just I like everything in between.
Okay, good. I'll give it a shot because it's pretty huge too, right? And I see stuff for it everywhere.
Yeah, it is. Man, when the Haikyuu movie came to theaters last year, and I already knew what was happening, but it was where they played Nekoma. Oh, you haven't seen it. I'm talking like what's going on.
Well, maybe someone in the chat knows.
But yeah, it sucked because there was no one in the theater when I went to see it. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here watching this movie, heart pounding, adrenaline going, super excited. Like, man, I'm finally, after all these years, watching Haikyuu again. It just felt so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of it around. I found a random one about baseball. I think I have to connect with like the theme first a little bit too.
You probably talking about Diamond No Ace.
No, I'll look that one up. I watched one called Oblivion Battery.
I'm familiar with that one.
And I don't. It's a bunch of high school people trying out for teams, and yeah, it's a cool story. Well,
Okay.
it's cool to see baseball animated too. But yeah, look at all the Nendoroids you can get for Tokyo Avengers, and they have soft good coats.
I gave up Tokyo Revengers, man. I don't know. After season 1, I just was not interested.
Last time you were on, I don't think I had the Rebel Text yet, right?
Mm-mm.
I ended up finding all 3 afterwards.
And they haven't made any more, right?
No.
It's Takamichi, Mikey, and Draken, I think is his name.
Draken.
Okay, yeah.
Mikey comes with a motorcycle. It's so cool.
I feel like Revoltech kind of slacked with those, man. I really wish they would have thrown in some more stuff.
Yeah, for what it was. What are you watching now? What's on the list now?
Dragon Ball Daima. That's it.
Just that?
Man. I just don't. Man, when I say I work so much, dude, like the only time I'll watch something is if I have company, right? Like if the bay is over, then I'm watching something. And I think we started Goosebumps. Probably watched like 2 episodes. Then we started. What else did we start? We don't finish anything. So basically, that's where it's going. We don't finish anything, but that's the only time I really watch TV at all, other than Dragon Ball Daima. I watch it faithfully. I watch Dawn to Dawn all the way through, but I'm so behind that I didn't finish Demon Slayer. I didn't finish season 3 of Demon Slayer. Haven't watched it at all. It took me forever to get to Dawn to Dawn. I'm not caught up on Solo Leveling. Haven't watched any of season 2. I know how good it is.
Season 2 got a lot better for Solo Leveling.
Hard to get better from season 1, but sheesh, okay. Didn't watch that. Still haven't watched Tower of God. I've been saying I want to watch that. God, what's the other one? No, it is Tower of God. It's so much stuff. It took me forever to finish My Hero Academia season 6. So I really have no time, man. I like come in, work, and then throw on random YouTube videos. Next thing I know, back at work.
Yeah, it's hard. I have to catch up with Daima, and I think I'm a couple episodes into season 2 of Solo Leveling. Yeah, I don't know why. For some reason, season 1 was just like, oh, he's got to level up in real life and this and that. But 2, like, he's on a whole different level. And it sounds like a corny commercial, but like the stakes are higher.
I'm seeing everything, man. Thankfully I don't care about anime spoilers anymore. Cause man, they used to kill me. But yeah, I know Jinwoo is something serious at this point.
I talked about this with Chamba, but what do you think? Is it strange that there isn't an action figure line for Solo Leveling?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think it's strange?
I feel like it would be a good money maker, but there's plenty of anime I feel like should have a line that would be real money makers. Inuyasha, 1000%. Fairy Tale, all the way. What else? I said Yu Yu Hakusho for the longest, and I feel like Tamashi's fumbling that one, but that's another story. What else? I don't know. I can't think of anything right now, but yeah. Soul Leader definitely needs action figures. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot of anime I think need figures.
Have you messed with any of the Jazzwares total anime line?
Yeah, I reviewed Deku. Did I review King Kaneki? I've got it. I reviewed I think all of them except for Aaron.
Okay. Yeah, it's just like I feel like there's not that much promotion or like people talking about that line.
I thought it was dead because I haven't heard anything else about it, which sucks because I thought it was genius.
Yeah.
But the worst decision they made, I think, was putting out Anya from Spy Family in one of the first lines because that thing, everywhere I go, if I go to Ross, it's going to be there.
They had stuff show up at Ross before it even hit retail, I think, or like the same time it hit Target and regular stores. It was weird. People sent me photos, and I'm like, how does that even happen?
I think just nobody's buying it. That's the only thing I can think of. I like them. I'm not big on them, but they're cool.
Yeah, for a couple of extra characters.
Yeah,
for $17 US. That's a crazy good line. I think they put out a Jazzwares Vault, like a second version of Kaneki.
yeah.
But that's the newest one that I've seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything else. I know they got the Aaron's the only one I haven't picked up. I'll see it around all the time, and I haven't convinced myself to buy it.
Because you'd have to go back and get who made the Attack on Titan figures? Figma?
Mm-hmm.
And that's been a long time, right?
Oh yeah, the last one they made was Irwin, and he was cool. I thought that they were restarting the line, but after him, nothing else.
Strange.
That's
is
my
there
thing
anything
with Figma, man. They don't complete lines, so I can't. That's the main reason I don't collect them often because I know if I get something, it's not going to get completed. They didn't complete the One Punch Man. They didn't complete the Haikyuu line. They only gave us one character. The Attack on Titan line, a lot of people were looking forward to. There's plenty of characters they could have made. I'm just like, can't waste that time.
Oh, who's making those Titans that's coming out?
Rebel Tech.
It's Rebel Tech? Man,
They've already announced 4, I want to say, and they haven't even released one.
Yeah. It's just prototypes, I think we've seen.
Yeah, they're up for pre-order. They got Aaron, Annie, is it? No, it's not Bertolt. Reiner, and then they announced the Jaw Titan. I think that's it.
If they make a Cart Titan, that might be my first one because that thing freaks me out. Watching
you would buy it because it freaks you out?
Yeah, just like Kaiju number 9. Like it's really gross when you handle it, and you look at, and it's just like it's a fun toy to have because it's so revolting.
I sold that thing because it creeped me out.
Really?
I don't know if you saw my review on that thing. It was like eerie almost.
I think that one, when I handle it, I'm like, I know what this is all about. So I didn't like. I had formulated my opinion. Sometimes when I watch other reviews, it's just like, oh, I wonder if Ace or anybody else noticed this in a toy, or am I the only one? Or like I kind of want to see if that's, or like, this bothers me. Is that a big deal, or is it just me? But when I Kaiju number 9, I opened it on one of these episodes, and I was just messing with it, posing it, put the extra arms on the back, and I'm just like, this is as good as you can get for number 9, and it really shocked me how good it was. And so I'm like, yeah, that's it. It really doesn't matter at that point.
He's solid for sure. I was just like, like figures that creep me out. I can't stick with them. Like, damn, what was the one I was about to say that was weird to me? I just had it in my mind and I lost it.
We went from Cart Titan to Kaiju number 9.
The anime stuff typically doesn't bother me, but I will never have like a NECA Annabelle in my house or something.
Right.
No, I'm good on that.
Well, actual murderous dolls, I wouldn't do that. Or like a Megan. I didn't even watch that movie, but that thing will kill you, right?
Yeah, that was actually a pretty funny movie.
Was it?
Yeah, Megan. It was meant to be horror comedy, I think.
Okay, yeah, it's Ronnie Chang in it too, so it's got to be some part joke. Look how gross this is.
That thing is weird. Have you watched Attack on Titan?
Yeah, that's one of the first things when I was like, hey, I have time, I'm gonna get back into anime, and I want to finish Attack on Titan. That was the first one that I completed.
Oh, it's so good. I love Attack on Titan.
And it transforms back into
Nah.
the woman. Like, oh man,
They're all ugly.
They're-
I think Aaron looks the coolest.
Was it Reiner?
Yeah,
His is cool.
He's a colossal.
Yeah, I mean they're just all really. Look at this it's got like a turret of her squad on its back. Yeah, I have to buy this.
Yeah, Isayama, he with those designs was crazy. And it's funny how did you ever hear how he came up with the story of Attack on Titan?
No.
So he did an interview. Apparently he lived in some part of Japan that was surrounded by a wall. And he said when he was growing up, he had a friend who he would always go hang out with every day. He said his friend told him that it wasn't safe to leave the walls. He said outside the walls that there are giant monsters that want to kill us. And he said that story stuck with him so long that he turned it into Attack on Titan.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Just like some kid messing with you.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, that would seem like a Terminator situation where a fever dream that you would dream up something like this of these giant humanoid creatures attacking and eating people. I don't know. That's the only way
He said he thought about it every day. And he said, I forgot what else he said, but it was a real long interview of him detailing the drawing of Attack on Titan, the creative ideas, motivation behind it, all kinds of stuff. And of course, it's in Japanese, so you'll have to watch it with subtitles, but he covers everything. He goes in depth about the character of Eren and Mikasa, Levi. It was pretty good. I think it's like 15, 20 minutes.
Were you happy with the ending of the series?
So-and-so.
Yeah.
So-and-so. I think it was better than a lot of people gave it credit for. It was just a plot twist that got me.
Which part?
That Eren being the main villain.
Oh, yeah. And then becoming the massive, like, Titan skeleton thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I'll rock with it, though.
I think we're going to wrap it up in, like, 10 minutes. Do you have anything more to open?
I got all this stuff right here. I ain't even opened nothing.
Do one more.
Do one more. Oh. Since we were talking about Spider-Man, I think I'm going to open this guy right here. It's the one I'm most excited for anyway.
Yeah, to go with your superior. Chat, if you have more questions for Ace, speak now, type now.
I have not been able to see the chat the whole time. That's what's crazy.
I've been bringing up worthwhile comments. Dom says he has a Nendoroid Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee is the GOAT.
I think I tried. Did they have Overwatch Nendoroid?
I think there was like one or two of them. Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself. I know this is loud.
It's all good. I think I had one of them, and that was my first Nendoroid because I was curious how they would balance and pose, and I think it was pretty reliant on the stand it came with. Well, just to stand up in a regular pose. So I don't think I bought any more Nendoroids after that.
You know what? I know you're right because I remember they made Junkrat for sure. He was one who I remember seeing. I don't remember the rest of them. Maybe Pharaoh. Overwatch wasn't really my thing. I played it for a while with my people, and then I just kind of like phased out of that game.
Mm-hmm.
I played number 2 one time, and I deleted it. I was not feeling that.
Are you on Rivals now?
Yes. Oh yeah, I play with my cousin Guppy, who's in here, a couple other friends, and ex Manny. You're familiar with Manny, right?
Yeah, I know of X Manny.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool. Yeah, like
yeah. He's
it's cool seeing the toy community getting on the game too. A lot of people. Who's
yeah.
your main?
Rivals is lit, man. Right now, Moon Knight. But I'm a little. I started with Captain America the other night, and I think that's who I'm going to play tonight. I told them I was going to hop on tonight, but man, I don't know. I'm feeling it. I've been up since 6 this morning, so
Oh damn. I think I've been trying a lot. Whenever I get frustrated, I go with Punisher because it's just like Call of Duty almost. What I'm more comfortable with, so I can relax and just kind of go into that, first person shooter style.
oh yeah. Have you tried Bucky Barnes?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either. I've legit only tried 3 characters. That's how bad I am because I don't play it as much as they do. They typically hop on every night. I'm more of a Fortnite person. I hop on Fortnite, do some quests, and then hop off. But I've played Cap, I played Spider Man, and I played Moon Knight, and I played Black Panther so far.
Black Panther. I
Yeah,
think I've
he's
tried
okay.
Spider-Man. The web slinging was hard.
Yeah,
Cap is fun
he's
because you have that speed. I was trying Magic for a while because I think just her design looks incredible.
mm.
Um, I haven't played since even before the Fantastic Four update.
I think the other 2 come out today. I want to say Manny was super excited about it. I think they come out today or tomorrow. One of them.
They're doing a good job with it. Hopefully, who would you want to see make toys for it?
I'd be okay if Hasbro did it. To be honest, I would want Hasbro to do it because Revoltech pretty much made Moon Knight. Like I would be perfectly fine with Revoltech's Moon Knight being my Marvel Rivals Moon Knight, but the problem with that is I would want a lot of those, and Revoltech are not cheap.
No,
So yeah, I would say Hasbro. If they can make them for $24.99 or even $28.99, I wouldn't want them any more than that. I'd buy most of them at least.
yeah. Hopefully they can get on it.
Yeah,
Dude, it comes with
Hasbro. I don't understand them. A guitar.
it's a double guitar with a bullets guitar strap. What are these called? Ammo belt.
You're selling me those things when it comes to the accessories for sure, man.
And he's posable too. Look at this.
Jeez,
Maybe
it's
not the
better
torso.
than NECA.
No, these are smooth. He's so cool.
And I see so many of those at well, not those, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff at my Target. Like it's unreal. I want those red ninjas too. They've got red ninjas, blue ninjas, and some other stuff. That I'm like, man, this kind of looks cool. Just can't make myself do it though.
Paying for
I could, I
paying for it.
could. There's just other stuff, man. There's so many figures. Like this month, I am screwed. And then Valentine's Day is tomorrow. I'm spending a whole bunch of money tomorrow. This weekend in total, like I'm spending a bunch of money.
Good for
But
you.
yeah, of course. I'm happy about it. I'm just like, man, I know soon as Valentine's Day is over, it's a wrap because I'm fixing to get charged for Zorro and like probably 7, 8 other figures this month. Like it's killer.
Oh my god, he has eyes under the glasses move a bit. Does his jaw articulate? Yeah,
What's
it
your
does.
favorite line to collect? I don't think I asked you that.
To collect,
Yeah.
it's I've gone stupidly into so many lines that I don't even know what my favorite is. Let me get back to you. I started recently getting into Keshi figures, so like those little almost like Kinnikuman rubbery figures, and then vinyl display pieces too. So that's what I'm kind of having fun collecting right now.
Sounds like you collect about as much as I do.
Yeah.
So if you had to stick with one line, like one line in total, everything else you can't collect anymore, what would it be? And it can even be a particular like series. So like SHF Star Wars or something.
Can I say SHF? Does that count as one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they'll make they'll make Star Wars. They're making Lord of the Rings, which I love Lord of the Rings. They're, anime titles that I like, random MCU stuff. So if that was the only choice, that would be, the variety and quality for the most part. That would probably keep me happy.
Wise choice.
Right. Legends is fun, but it's just Marvel, right?
Yeah. I do wish, I've always said this, and you've probably heard it. I wish Hasbro would get their hands on a DC license. It'd be crazy, but I would love that.
One would wonder, could you have competing brands under the same household like that?
Nah, probably not. But having a Hasbro Batman would be insane. Because I know it's gonna come out 10 times better than anything DC collectibles or essentials or even icons could ever do.
Icons
they perfected it.
Icons held their ground for a while. They were just mismanaged. Well, the whole DC went under, right? DC collectibles.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened with that at all. I just remember they said, okay, DC Icons is canceled. Now we're going to get DC Essentials. They gave us 12 of those, and then that was canceled too.
Yeah, it was Icons, but bigger.
Yeah. And no accessories at all.
No, yeah, but for a lot more money too.
That too. Yeah, it was weird, man. It was weird.
Oh, dude. I mean, if you only get one of these if for whatever reason, Ace or anybody, if you only got one of the Joytoy between Bebop and Rocksteady, get Bebop. Got the guitar, 2 guns. Look at all the hands. It's got like got one of these too. You can swap out while he's rocking out with the guitar.
What else does Joytoy make? I've heard of them.
Warhammer figures. They have a whole bunch of licenses that are really good, and their stuff just is good quality, good paint too. I can smell the paint off of this out of the package. Whew. It's like shoe polish.
Holy shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna look them up. I'm gonna see what I can find. I don't need to be getting into too many crazy lines, but little stuff like that, I'll definitely buy for sure. Just to add it with other stuff. That's why I used to buy a bunch of the G.I. Joes, just because I was like, okay, I could use these as army builders or something.
All right, one last topic before we get out of here.
Bring it.
It's Kendrick versus Drake.
I was expecting that topic from the jump. We have to
wrap it up with that.
All right, I'm gonna put my toy down for this.
Oh shit, we're getting serious.
No, I just want to hear your opinion on it.
You want me to start? All right. Yeah. So on one of your posts, I did comment on, and I felt like it was a more extended answer than I was willing to type out. But saying it is easier.
Okay.
Drake is like a representative of like the Raptors basketball too. He's like an actual brand ambassador. So as a basketball fan and somebody around the city, like I see a lot of stuff, and it's just some of the behaviors I just find a little corny, and so I don't think it's just the music that doesn't resonate with me. Character traits that I see that I'm like, all right. And then, I've grown up, been through some eras of rap beefs, right? that I've listened to. You know, like East Coast, West Coast stuff. I like a lot of, man, I remember one of my favorite ones is like Eminem put out one to I think against Benzino, and just I don't know, just obliterated them. And like over the years of rap battles, it's like, all right, you take your licks, you go back into your corner, and you know, you either keep making music or your career was destroyed so bad that like you know, you can't really recover.
Right.
But it's almost seen as like a competitive sportsmanship type thing.
Right.
Yeah. And so it's just like seeing some of the I thought the lawsuit was kind of funny. He's suing UMG for defamation, or like they're doing stuff to allow Kendrick's music to get big, but not against his character, which I get. Like if it's impeding you make money, like that's money out of your pocket. But it's just like, yeah, you know, what I see from feuds like this, it's like I don't think it ever got to courts, but it was usually like, hey, maybe we're selling records, we have a new album coming out, let's start something with somebody. So that like it's not just a musical preference that I don't side with this fellow Canadian.
Right.
What about you?
So it's another guy I've been watching from Canada. He kind of does like this podcast type thing, like DJ Academics, who I absolutely can't stand, by the way. But I think he's more fair, and he's not. Well, he's a little one sided, but he hates Drake too. He's from Canada. He hates Drake. But my thing. So this is why I said what I said. When it comes to the rap beef itself, I don't really care about who won. I think it's cool for that person. But at the end of the day, I've always been that type of person who is about music itself. What's the quality of the music? Is it good? Etc. Well, when this beef started, everyone was like, oh, destroyed Drake. I'm glad because I hate him. And so when not you, but anyone tells me I dislike this person, I'm always going to ask why. And it's just every answer I got was, oh, I don't like Drake. He's whack, or he doesn't represent the culture, or I just little stuff like that, to where it almost sounds like you're hating on him. It doesn't feel like you have a valid reason for disliking this man, right? Like he hasn't. You can't tell me, oh, he came out in an interview and said this, or he represents this. So I'm like, you got to give me a reason. Like if someone was to come to me and say, why do you dislike this person? I'm going to tell you, well, this is what they've got going on. This is who this person is. This is what they do. This is what they represent. And I don't think that their morals are correct. This is a bad person. That's why I dislike them. But for Drake, it's just like, oh, I'm hating on him, is what it sounds like. So when it comes to the whole Kendrick thing, and people are telling me, oh, he doesn't represent the culture, I'm like, okay, do you know how many artists that make rap music that know nothing about the culture of hip hop whatsoever? Do you hate their music because they don't, it might not dislike the culture of hip hop, they might just not know it. And I know that's one of the reasons people like Post Malone got bullied out of rapping. I thought he made some decent rap songs. I don't care for him like that, but every so often I was like, okay, Post Malone, he can rap. I dig this. Now he's doing country and pop because everyone's saying, oh, he knows nothing about the culture of hip hop. Why is he making this song? And I'm like, if the song is good, people want to hear it. Why not let him make it? And so when it comes to Drake, I look at it like, all right, Drake, regardless of this situation with Kendrick Lamar, has been on the top of hip hop for 10 years now. And when I say top, like tippity top, charts don't lie. And I'm like, Kendrick decided to come out and attack the biggest artist for it almost felt like publicity because Kendrick is an amazing artist, lyricist or lyric wise. Drake's not even close,
right?
But I think Drake had rather music that people like to listen to more, which is why Drake has always been at the top of the charts. And Kendrick has been there, but he's never reached Drake's plateau until now, where it's like, oh, I'm beefing with the biggest artist. Now all of a sudden everyone's listening to Kendrick. His album selling 1 million, he get a Super Bowl. And I'm just thinking to myself, okay, would people be checking or hyping this up this much if it wasn't Drake that he dissed? Like, y'all really dislike that man that much? That's how I look at it.
No, like if Kendrick was beefing with a lesser artist, whether it be like name, album sales, ticket sales, whatever, like concert sales, it definitely would not have the same effect as something like this.
Yeah. That's why I was just like, okay, why did you go after Drake? Because the song that he was responding to, they gave him a compliment. Because apparently his verse was in response to the song First Person Shooter, which is where J. Cole said, I feel like I'm in the big three. It's Drake, Kendrick, and me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, they gave you flowers on this song. And then you come out, mother F the big three. It's just big me. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I get the confidence, but you're starting a rap beef. Like, I get that you're saying it's just you. That's how you feel. But you're starting a rap beef after somebody gave you a compliment. It's just weird to me, like how the whole thing transpired.
I respect what you're saying. It does seem like there is a certain percentage where it's just like being a hater, just for the sake of being a hater. What I've been thinking about the last few days, whatever side you're on, can you fair, but can you think of an instance in the past where how many millions of people across the world at the exact same moment were saying the same word, right? Obviously, like if it was 133 million people tuning into the Super Bowl, multiplied by, maybe they're like a party or a Super Bowl party or a club or whatever, they're watching it, and there's like 40 people to 100 people, whatever, you multiply that. Like those people who are watching and know the words globally, right? Just to all know the lyric and go like A minor. Like, what point in history can you think of? And I'm not saying this is like a dig to, well, yeah, I guess the song itself is a dig to Drake, but like what point in history has anything been coordinated globally that something to that level? My wife's like, oh, what about like a national anthem in the Olympics? I'm like, yeah, but not everyone singing knows all the lyrics to, even O Canada. How many people in Canada will sing our national anthem, or people overseas, right? Like, can you think of anything that is even close to that?
Nah, definitely not. Nah, there might not be anything close to that, which is why I respect it. But I'm gonna keep it real, and I think this is why Kendrick won the beef. Because I don't know if you actually listen to Drake's disses. His disses are fire. Like, that's some of the best I've heard Drake rap. And I started listening to Drake when he first came out, like, because I was so big into Young Money, and he was a part of that. So Drake's disses were so good. And Kendrick's, of course, fire. Now, I didn't like Meet the Grams. I felt like that was trash. That just the take on it was trash to me. I didn't like how it was like, oh, dear Adonis, your father is this, this, and this. I don't like that type of stuff when anyone involves anyone's family. I didn't like Drake talking about, oh, Kendrick, yeah, I don't like that at all.
Okay.
Keep it about each other. But what I do want to say though is I think Kendrick won for two reasons. Number one, A minor, of course, because that's something, like you said, any and everyone can say in unison. I guarantee you, it's kids in a classroom
I've
at
seen
school
videos of
somewhere.
kids
A
perform.
minor.
Yeah, I've seen
Exactly.
videos online like that.
So that right there got him. And the fact that not only was it a diss song, but it's a song you can dance to.
Oh yeah.
Drake's was straight bars. You're not crip walking to Drake's diss. Drake's diss can't come on in the club and you vibe to it and ignore the lyrics and just dance. That's what I think really got Kendrick, because you can play that in the club. You can be riding down the highway playing that. He can perform that any and everywhere he goes. And if someone is an avid Drake hater, they can play it in their car for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it just had a higher replay value than Drake's disses. That's what I think it is. But as a diss, and look, I'm not taking this away from Kendrick. I feel like Drake's disses were better than Kendrick's.
Hmm.
If you just listen to the lyrics for 5 minutes straight, Drake went crazy dissing him. And I'm about to say something, people have been upset at me about this, but
Here we
I
go.
don't care.
Oh, you're gonna talk about Star Wars, aren't you?
Huh? No.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna talk about something worse, I think. And people gonna hate me at the end of this stream, but I'm fixing to say it. MGK was better than Eminem's. I said it. Rap Devil was so much better than Killshot, but because of the fact it was Eminem, everyone was like, "Nope, Eminem automatically won."
You think the Reputation?
Oh, of course.
For M.
Of course, played 90% of it, because I remember when they came out, I was jamming Rap Devil, and I had a manager who was a big fan of Eminem, big fan. This man heard Eminem had just dropped Kill Shot. This man listened to 10 seconds of the song and was like, "Oh yeah, the MGK won, or Eminem won." Bro, you ain't even heard the whole song yet. Like, what are we talking about? So that's just how I feel. Like, I feel like a lot of the people that are counting Drake down and out, or just dragging his name, and just people who didn't already didn't like Drake from the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, well, Guppy Boy here says Drake and Kendrick had beef before. It's just hidden behind closed doors. Yeah, there's probably stuff, that we don't know about. And then you're like, why would Kendrick respond to a song that, it seems like it's giving him props? There's got to be like some underlying thing that just set it off, right?
Yeah, they did. But also Kendrick and Drake have some songs together, and some of Kendrick's biggest songs feature Drake. So I'm like, I mean, I don't know what goes down behind closed doors. I don't keep up with artists enough to really even care. But I'm just like, it just felt like super senseless to me. But I feel like that about a lot of rap beefs, to be honest with you.
I think Eminem, I don't know. I feel like he's, in recent times, he's forcing the lyricist side of like trying to, I'm known for wordplay.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to try and make the craziest metaphors and put as many things into a song as I can, where before it was like you knew what he was about and what he was trying to rap about, and he just told his stories, and he made up he said a lot of crazy stuff in his old songs, but it I don't know, it seems like it's more forced now.
Those are the songs that made people like him, though.
Yeah.
Like those older songs, like "I'm the Real Slim Shady." What's my favorite song by him? I can't even think of the name of it. Dang it, it's on Encore. That's all I know. But it's the one where he's dressed as Robin in the video. What is the name of that? It escapes me right now.
Yeah,
but either way,
I know which video you're talking about.
His older songs are what made people like him, and then when he got off of drugs, he went into this whole recovery mode.
Yeah,
and don't get me wrong, those were great albums, but he wasn't who we grew up with, and that's how I feel like I am with Wayne, right? There's a lot of people who used to like Wayne before Carter 3. Wayne's one of my favorite rappers. Probably still my favorite, to be honest. Without Me is the song. Thank you. But
Fireman is one of my favorite Lil Wayne songs.
See, that's Carter 2. A lot of people started hating him after Carter 2 because Carter 3, he wasn't really talking about being in the streets. He was talking about, oh, I'm an alien from Mars. But that's when his career
Yeah, I'm an alien.
transcended to new heights.
Yeah.
And so everyone has their period of when they really enjoy an artist the most. Now, obviously, right now is Kendrick's time, which is great. I love Kendrick's music now more than I like his old music, but just I don't know, man. It's for me when it comes to music, I look for the music itself at that time. I'm like, okay, I like this music now at this time versus what it was then. Or I like this music then versus what it was now.
It's kind of hard too when you have an artist that you hold dear and you've been listening for so long. Do you want them to stay the same and keep making the same music that you wanted, or like are they going to evolve as an artist and their style? And at that point it's up to you. It's like, all right, am I listening now for the music or am I listening for the person? And so you're kind of like, you know, do you want them to be the same forever and keep making the same music, or like do something new? So it's tough that way, right?
I think it depends. At some point, it does become the person. Because, for instance, Michael Jackson, random. I love Michael Jackson. Love Michael Jackson. Thriller is one of the best albums of all time. Classic, from top to bottom. I don't care what anyone says. But Bad was amazing. I love Bad. Then I even love Your Story or this story. I can't remember the name of the last one, but the one before that is another one I can't remember the name of. He had made music all this time, and I felt like he transitioned as an artist to something greater than he was because Rock My World sounds nothing like Thriller or Bad or Beat It or Billie Jean, which Billie Jean is my favorite song of all time. But I was listening to it because it's Michael Jackson, but I was also listening to it because it's different than his old music, but it's still great.
You Rock My World is I think one of my favorite, like top 7 Michael Jackson songs. It's up there.
Such a good song.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. It's really hard to say why, but I think it's a mixture of both for anyone. Because even now, I can say Lil Wayne's not nearly as good as he was when I was listening to him in high school to me. But if he puts out a verse, because it's him, I'm going to give it a listen.
That's fair. That's fair. Legendary Poster says careful. Just because you can mention Michael Jackson. Those careful. older
I'm not
albums.
talking about any allegations, or I don't get into all of that. Legal trouble, I don't talk about it. My cousin agrees with your what take?
MGK take. I think within the last week, I think one of my most disappointing is like, can I still listen to College Dropout, man?
No.
It's really bad.
Yes.
It's gotten really bad.
All right, so man, now you got me rubbing my eyes.
Yeah, you look stressed. You look. It's hard, man.
Dude,
it's been hard for a few years to listen to Kanye or like defend some of. Yeah, let's just.
Kanye West pisses me off, bro. Because I'm like, why? Why would you say that? Why would you do that? Why do you think that this is okay? And I get everyone says they think he spazzed out after his mom passed away, which I mean, okay, yeah, makes sense. Your mom passes away. I could never imagine how that feels. But I would think that in your mind, you would think, okay, my mom would never have been okay with this type of behavior that I'm showing because you're contradicting everything that you were when you first came out as an
Mhm.
artist. Like, what are we talking? You made a whole song saying you hate George Bush, and then the current president, I'm gonna say it, is worse,
Mhm.
and you're on his side. Like, what are we talking about, Kanye? I don't know. I don't get it.
Dude, it's not just on his side, like, full blown, like, he's, like, calling it, like, "I'm a nut," and he's selling, like, swastika
Yeah,
T-shirts and stuff, like, yeah, I see the comments online. It's like, where are those people who are saying, like, "But he made graduation." It's like, "No, that's not gonna work anymore." That's a tough one to lose.
it's hard, man, because like I'm one of those people who I kind of see it like you. So I listen to a lot of like rappers who live what they say. So I'll be driving down the road, right? Like I listen to a lot of Fulio. I don't know if you know who that is, but I'll be listening to Fulio, riding in my car, and I'm like, Prosper got shot, hey, Tay got shot, hey, Rollo face hot, and I'm sitting here, I'm jamming, like on my way to work or something, and he like, what's just Rollo got kidnapped. They found his bones. He was right. So I'm sitting here, I'm listening to this song, and then I step back into reality. I'm like, bro, he really killed these people. Like I'm singing these lyrics. These are real people that he's talking about. Like this is not a game. This is not just, oh, I made this song as a diss. Like this is real. I'm like, man. So I'll sit there. R. Kelly comes on. You know he got some crazy lyrics. I don't know why they're still playing him at work, but he's got some
Wait,
songs.
this is on the, like a radio or someone's playlist that they're playing R. Kelly
It's
at
a
work?
regular radio. They play it's not one of his explicit songs, but it's like one or two songs that they'll play that were real popular. Again, not the explicit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
graphic songs. But I'm like, man, growing up, okay, I like this song, but this is real. Like that we know he did this stuff that he's saying in some of these songs. And I'm like, how
Yeah.
can I see him the same? So it's hard, man.
Have you seen there's this Key and Peele sketch where it's a rapper who's been arrested and he's like in an interrogation room with the police
Mm,
and like they're asking him specific details about a murder and then he's like, "Nope, that has nothing to do with me." And then they play this song of his and
mm,
like it's him rapping about killing this person or whatever what the crime was. And then he's like, "Well,
mm,
where were you on this night?" And then like the rapper would tell the police, "Oh, I was at let's say I was at Susie's house, for example." I forget the exact lyric. And they go,
mm.
"Oh, you were at Susie's house, really?" He goes, "Yeah, that's right. That's my alibi." And then they'll play the song. The next verse was like, "And Imma tell the police I'm at Susie's house. That's the perfect alibi." And like it would just keep getting worse and worse for the guy under investigation. That's what it reminded me of when you're
No.
telling me about that song. Um, Josh Brown Perfect goes, "I didn't just become a Nazi when my dad died."
Right.
Absolutely. That's like
That
that doesn't
literally.
happen.
Those some of those songs are crazy, man. Like I even listen to King Von. I love King Von. And again, he'll sit there and name drop all the time, all these people that he has offed basically. I'm like, dude, bro, this dude is crazy. And I talked to one of my coworkers about it. I tell him everything. And I was like, Darius, man, when you listen to some of these artists that we be listening to, like, do you ever just listen to the lyrics and be like, dang, man, he really did this? And then it bother you? And his response was, well, he ain't do it to me. And then he just keep jamming. I'm like, bro, I wish I could see it that way.
That he's just having a good time.
Exactly.
It's not as deep as you got, man.
Yeah, I wish I could separate it like that, but man, it's hard sometimes, especially with people like R. Kelly, Kanye West, and
Yeah.
oh shit, my AirPod died.
All right, let's wrap it up. Dom says DMX was a local menace here. I remember when he got arrested for impersonating a cop after he was famous. Like, we know you're not a cop.
That's the last person who needs to impersonate anybody.
I think I've heard that story. Guppy Boy lives his raps too. His new track is "Do It for the Guppies" is crazy.
That boy is crazy, man.
Is it on the SoundCloud? Sorry, you can't post links in the chat. Ace, we had an unexpectedly very fun musical conversation at the end of this after talking toys. It's always great having you on, and appreciate watching your reviews and giving us the perspective. Everyone, check out Animated Heroes on YouTube. What else? What do you want? You got anything to plug for the people?
Oh, YouTube, Instagram, check me out if you want to. And keep watching Toying Around, man. He's been here for a while doing this. So show him some love. Everybody that's here, I can't see anything. Go drop a comment. Go drop a like on the video. Show some love. If you're here, show some love to the video, man. We always greatly appreciate that. And again, he's been doing this for a while, so show it to him.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you in the next one. All right, we need a song for the outro. Don't pick anything problematic. All right, I think you can think of something. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a great night and keep toying around. Peace. All right, we got to pick a song. We got 10 seconds.
Not Like Us. Why not?
Dun, 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 dun.
Can they hear us?
Yeah, they can hear us.
I forgot how it starts.
Have I heard it so many times and I forget how it starts?
Say Drake. I heard
there you go.
I'm not gonna say that part, but yeah.